I'm live. Is the ready button out there? There's 4 of you. Let me just get comfortable and get my beer. 5 of you. I didn't announce that I was going live. Scott, Sky's in the other room. Number 6 people. I'm gonna discuss some stuff once we get enough people on. I think that we'll have some fun chatting. Because yesterday, if anybody was with us yesterday, we went online and we had some fun, and it was just, I don't know, I had so much fun online that I thought, let's do another live and talk about some stuff and have some fun as well. Sky's going to join me. She's just finishing up some stuff work-wise, and I just thought I'm going to get on here in case it gets too late in some of the countries that we know. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Eric. You love the movie Trolls. That's exactly what I was about to talk about. Troll Hunter. Have you seen Troll Hunter? That one's a good one, too. Troll Hunter is really good. Excuse me, I'm burping. Been drinking beer. Okay, we got 37 people. I need some more. Hi, Endless Dawn. What's up? Gun Test. Hey, Allison. Hey. Oh, I love the top hats. Where's my top hat? Wow. You love Troll Hunter too. Yeah, that's a good movie. Good movie. Max. My God, I haven't listened to you guys in ages. Have you checked out the new single, Max? We have a new single. It started yesterday with a new video. Napalm Records helped put it out. We have had a bunch of hits. We've done in one day, full day, about I don't know, something like 50,000 views so far. So I'm really stoked about that. We've had some serious love and some serious hate, and it's actually been a lot of fun reading the haters. We have some pretty thick skin over here. We've been doing this for enough years, and there's been a lot of hate over the years, so it's nothing we weren't expecting, especially meeting new people that are into such heavy music, and we might not be as heavy as some people want us to be. So, Dean Perry, hey, Matt from the Crawford Arms. Yo, what's up, Dean? Love you, brother. Nice seeing you. Dean's done sound for us. He's helped us out with a couple things. One time we were at Download Festival, and Dean was like, working sound there and helped us get on stage. We'd played, but it was a different day, and I was like, I didn't want to stand in the crowd, and Dean hooked Sky and I up and got us on stage to watch Fever 333 from the side, and it was much, much better to stand there than be cramped in with everybody else. So thanks, buddy. Hey, I saw you guys with Ginger in Pittsburgh. I've been a fan ever since. My eldest niece loves you guys too. Thank you. That's awesome. That's good. I love music. Thought at the beginning was Legend of Zelda reference that I can't even pronounce that. I was beginning. Oh, right. I get what you're talking about. Cool. I'm not very good at pronouncing things. Sorry. Okay. So what's up? What's up? Heavy is the crown upon the heavy around unique music. The same old shit, I hear ya. So, yes, I decided to go live. I thought you guys, if everybody was with us yesterday, we had a blast, and I'm having a couple drinks, and it's this afternoon. So we've been lucky enough, thanks to you guys supporting us, that our views, we thought, we might get, a couple thousand views fast. It's a pretty saturated market, but man, it's been really good. We've had a lot of people checking out the video. It's our typical wacky, strange stuff that we do, and people are supporting it. So that's great. We've also had a lot of trolls, and that's been really interesting too. So we've had some pretty good fun laughing at those. So hopefully I'll get Sky in here at one point. And hey, Sky, are you going to come in here, or you're just going to doing your thing? You could join us for the live. Hey, Matt. Hey, from Florida. Hope to see you guys soon. Oh, man, we'd like to come back to Florida. People who try to gatekeep music are terrible. What's gatekeeping?
That means that they think that they have better taste than everyone else.
I am the gatekeeper.
Look what I just posted on my Instagram.
Whoa.
I'm scrolling. Oh my God, guys. So I'm scrolling through Napalm Records official, because we just released Bystander on there, and some guys don't think I should be doing heavy music because of the way that I look.
Okay.
That's anyway. What I was working on. So we should post that we're live, actually. Let me share this.
One fan here in Brazil. Haha, I love the band. It's a mixture of something cute, like hardcore and crazy. Very good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Do you guys know of any other cute and hardcore bands that you like Baby Metal or Maximum Hormone or I guess Poppy would kind of fall into that category a bit.
I don't know. I like all those bands that you just mentioned, though. What are you doing right
I'm
now?
sharing
I
that
can't
we're
see
live.
shit. Do they see all this stuff, or are
No.
they still looking at us?
Yeah, they're still looking at us.
It's tripping me out right now because I can't see myself.
Yeah, because we got to let people know we're on the stream, right?
Right.
These are the one things that sometimes Matt's so excited to talk to you guys that he forgets to like post that we're even going live. So we post this to share on a page we manage, for instance. Like, obviously, I manage a couple other pages. Yes.
There we go. Is everybody having a drink? Is it evening some places? If it's the UK, I can't see any answers anyways. This guy's still doing stuff and
hang out. Shh. Let's hang out. Okay. Post.
Just waiting for you to post here.
Oh, right, because Facebook doesn't like YouTube anymore because they're rivals. So I won't worry about that right now. We'll just copy the link. And
just hot tea, preparing for a big man, I can't read anything when you do this. This is crazy. It's like I'm just in my own little world here trying to read and so now what am I doing?
So I love this guy. He's like, I'm going to go live. I don't need you, Sky. I could do this myself. And then he's like, what am I doing?
I just want to talk to people. I had fun yesterday.
Oh, man. Almost 10 p.m. in Germany. Definitely drinking time in Germany. Well, when is it not drinking time in Germany, to be honest? And it's a fun place to go. I was just listening to Opus Mar. That's sick. A dime mannequin. I think that's what it means,
that person says Mayueta.
Shit, that's so cool.
Like at
that's gotta
like
be
at
in New Zealand.
In New Zealand at the
special effects
place. Is that what we're talking about? That's sick.
That's cool. It's so cool that we meet all these cool people on our adventures. So if you guys are just joining us, I know if you saw my quick Instagram live today, or if you saw us yesterday going live on here, but Sumo Cyco is in the midst of a big release for us. This has been 2 years in the making. If not longer. Obviously, we set up a pre-order all the way back early 2019 to try to release this record. We have a release date. It's May 7th. We have a song out. It's called Bystander. You guys are killing it online by watching the video and commenting. It's over 50,000 views in like a day and a half. This is the best we've ever done for views on a video before.
So fast, that's for sure. So that was great.
But of course, anytime you get an influx of new people checking us out, you also...
Just talk a little slower. Just talk a tiny bit slower. It's like I almost get anxiety. But of course, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Joe, just breathe, man.
I'm a constant energy hype machine, I guess.
Blood pressure just went up. I'm like,
I have to work in a few hours. Oh, that sucks. I feel for everyone that has to go to work in situations that aren't super safe in this time and that can't stay home and work from home. Like, I feel for you guys.
Yeah, it sucks. But then again, I wouldn't mind extra work because we're getting broke.
Well, we just literally today, which might help our brokenness, we just launched our pre-order today. So, and also we did come up with grab the shirts. Matt just got new shirts picked up from the printers. So we have 2 bundles for Bystander that we just did. There's like 50 each of each shirt design and poster combo. And we just launched them on sumocyco.com, limited edition. So each shirt design comes with the opposite design for the poster.
So there's our first one.
On the telephone.
Which is kind of cool.
With like a yellow diffused background. It looks really kind of retro. And then our second one is like, for those of you that like a little more color, this one's the Barbara Bones Bystander shirt. So
it's a bit trippy.
And it has like a vintagey kind of, you're getting dog hair on this. A vintagey kind of look to like the kind of grays kind of coming through. I think it will like really wear well after a period of time. How can I get all the new songs? Good question. So right now, in any physical way that you buy the album, if you buy digitally, it'll come with 11 tracks. If you buy a physical copy, whether that's vinyl or CD or the album book, it'll come with a bonus track called Awakened. And if you buy Napalm's limited edition Die Hard vinyl, that'll come with 2 more songs, New Jive and We Are the Nation. And then finally, there's a secret other song that will be released in the future. And
then the band is done.
no.
Breaking up after that.
No.
And we quit.
And we also have kind of like a sneaky idea to maybe do another special song for Halloween, but that's just for you guys since you're super, super close to us that can know that, even though we're supposed to keep that a secret.
That's cool. People are starting to join us now. That's awesome. That's great. So first, thank you guys so much. Super, super big thanks to you guys for helping get the views up, checking out the music video, and like the biggest thank you to sticking up for us against some of these trolls that are out there. I call them trolls, but there's like people that don't like us, and that is totally fine. Everybody is entitled to an opinion. I do have a problem with somebody dissing somebody for how they look or how they act. I think it's a sensitive world this day and age, and I don't understand the point of tearing people down. If you don't like something, it's okay to say you don't like it. But dissing people for how they look is fucked up. You might as well, I don't even want to get there and start dissing them. But there was some issues that I see some of that, and I don't think it's a huge one. I think that we right now are getting a lot of publicity, and that's totally cool, and we thank you guys so much for it. So be careful if you guys are arguing out there for us. Don't get into it too deep. These people that don't like us don't fucking matter to us either.
Yeah, don't waste your time if it's not worth it.
If they don't like us, they're not going to like us.
What I think can help is people getting educated. You know, if they think like, oh, they just like threw this band together because like, oh, they just took some marketable chick. I've seen comments like that. I'm like, come on, we've been grinding it out for a long time. You guys know that. And that's just a miseducated opinion. So I appreciate when you guys come to our defense with things like that because...
Yeah, it's mainly actually, it's not been on YouTube. The YouTube thing has been great, actually. I mean, obviously, even on our own channel, when we put out music, we get people that are like, what is this stupid shit? They don't like it. And that's the way it goes. And we understand. On Napalm's, obviously, we've got some serious elitists in some of the pile. We have good people that are open-minded about stuff, and then we have the elitists. The elitists may not understand what we're trying to get across. We don't really care about the whole old school mentality of wear black and leather and metal. We kind of have a whole different vibe of what we want to do. So we try to get it through to people that we don't care, but they really are angry that we're trying to change the trend a bit or that we're trying to do our own thing. Some people are really angry about it. I've seen people really be mean to about what just... Like Sky apparently is not allowed to wear like tight booty shorts. Apparently you're not allowed to wear a bikini either, because that's the same shit to me. Like if you wore a bathing suit or anything, I guess you're a slut, because I've seen people say slut, and I'm like, give me a fucking break.
Who cares if you are? Like, I think unfortunately there are some people that may not be up with the times, that it's really okay to be yourself these days. And some people have old school mentalities about like what's
I like,
good
without trying to be mean, I think a lot of them are older and just like, I did my own little research. I started checking out the trolls, and I was like, oh, they've got 100 people following them, and they look at, they love a certain kind of metal, and that's it. And half of them have these like weird lines under their like stupid names that say like destroy the world and like just stuff that I'm like, man, I don't want you near us anyways.
Not my thing.
So, but it is awesome that you guys stick up for us. Like,
yeah, we appreciate that.
When we went over to their Instagram, we're on Instagram at Napalm. That place is like, seems like compared to YouTube, the one that they want to seem to attack us a bit more. And we don't want to argue too much, but if you guys want to stand up for us, I don't mind if you want to get onto there and stick up for our posts that go there and help educate the peeps that need it a little bit. We appreciate it so much when you do.
Thanks, Adam.
Because I don't want to get into it because I'll get evil. I'll get so evil it'll be real bad.
The one comment about that we are a parasite, and then I was like, oh, we have a hater out here, and then he was like, no, you guys get it under the skin or something. He said I missed where it went, but it was good.
I
liked
it.
Yeah.
Skin.
Now I'm addicted. Yeah. No, it's so good. But I mean, it is broadening, I think, a conversation that I think the whole world is having about people kind of being stuck in their boxes. And I think that unfortunately the metal community at
times
no
rules. There's no fucking
can be
rules
stuck
to
in
any of this.
in a little bit of like I don't know, I'll just say it, like a box, like a rut.
Fucking right, it's a box.
And I like to do things outside the box, as you guys know. So
But make sure that you guys understand this. I don't care if somebody doesn't like us. We completely expect that. This is completely being judgmental about somebody decides to dress a certain way or act a certain way. There's no fucking need for that at all. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But you don't need to fucking start throwing shit at people and being rude or trying to tear into their personalities. It can actually, in this world right now, with the fact that we can't be social and we can't be around the people that keep us empowered, it can actually be pretty detrimental to our mentality to have people just slam us for wearing a top that's too fucking tight. Grow the fuck up. Please and thanks. And our fans will let you fucking know. Any of you guys see that, just tell them to grow up, especially the misogynistic assholes out there. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Scott.
It's all good. We just know that,
I get benched.
there's already enough,
And women can do rock. It's
yes,
ridiculous.
that's what I was going to say.
That
Yeah.
fucking guys have the balls to even say, this girl wears this is how it got. Fuck off. Like, honestly, grow the fuck up. Sorry,
I think that's a little bit of the boyfriend coming out as well,
No,
too.
it isn't. It's in general. There's tons of women just doing rock. They did it for years. There was always a girl's artist. It's not something that's that unfucking common. And it's just a shame that in this day and age that it still becomes a question of like, can they do it or not still? It's not about that, guys.
Yeah.
If you just don't like to listen to a girl sing, you don't have to fucking write it. That's all. And again, like I said, if you don't like us, no problem. But I don't think you have to slam anybody for how they look, especially.
Hell yeah,
I just want to stop on this. I don't want to go too dark. I'm not a dark guy. I'm really in a good place.
Well, I saw a video. I don't know if you guys follow the Punk Rock MBA with Finn over there. I've been watching some of his videos.
See, this person says, I think metal can use more bright and colorful styles.
Yeah.
That's what we think too. Why is there this rule that when you're doing fucking metal or punk or whatever, you got to be this fucking dark? Well, I mean, I don't wear pink personally as much because, I'm kind of a chubby guy. I like my black shirts. It keeps me looking slim. But when somebody looks good and they feel confident, why not?
I was going to say, Finn did a good video about how he feels like rock as a genre is not as popular anymore, as popular anymore, because sometimes we've lost the fun in rock and roll. His videos are you have to kind of listen to the whole thing, because obviously I still believe rock and metal and all the alternative genres are alive and well, but compared to like mainstream pop culture, they've taken a little back seat.
Perfect example. Terry Harris.
And it's about having fun, guys. People want to have fun, and if you're I feel, at least that's what I like to bring to the world, is a little bit of fun, and it needs it, especially now in this crazy weird time. Like, we need to feel fun a little bit more, I think, because everything's been so dark. Yeah. I mean, take the facts that if you have a dark feeling, you channel it into something like a song, and it turns it into something that can be positive. That's the way I always like to do it.
You guys have helped start a little movement, though. Like, it's something that really, we kind of did expect, but it really opens our eyes that when I watch some of the feedback, I'm like, man, like, I knew people wouldn't. It's one thing to be like, I don't like this, but why are people slamming other people for how they look or this, that? And I just was like, this is ugly a bit. And you know what? I have no problem whether it's our label or not that we're with. They support us. They loved us. But like, some of the fans are just, they're elitist, and that's the way it goes. But look, what you can do to fight back if you want to help us is just go on to Facebook or Instagram's Napalm's Instagram, follow it. And when you see a post from us, stick up for us. If somebody's being mean, let's stay together as a family. Like, and I'll stick up for you guys. You message me and I'll stick up for you guys. You guys stick up for us. Mainly, let's stop the misogyny. Let's stop people thinking that it's a girl versus man world when it comes to fucking music. It's absolutely belittling this day and age.
Joe wanted us to recap for people that arrived late. So if you're just joining us, thanks for joining us. This is Matt. I'm Sky. We're in a band called Sumo Cyco. We're based out here in Hamilton, Toronto / Canada. We just released a song yesterday on Napalm Records. If you don't know who we are, it's our first single on Napalm. We've been a band for about 10 years now. You can go
to YouTube and check us out. It's gaining a lot of views right away. Thank God.
Yes, but that's the thing, Joe, is like, as soon as you put yourself out there to a new crowd, you get a whole new audience that has their own opinions and what they want to say about you. And thank you, whoever that was, for a sale on our pre-order. That was my little notification there. So our new video, Bystander, it just hit 50,000 views in the last couple days.
No, don't belittle that. It was literally within one day. One full day. Not a couple.
A day and a half.
We're not even past the second day yet. Not even close. There's lots of hours.
24 hours happened at 10 a.m. this morning. So we're a little into the second day. But Matt's super stoked about that.
I was just happy that it was getting a lot of... Oh, it's up to 54. Thanks. That's good to know. I was just happy that a lot of people stuck up for us and a lot of to see like our supporters and a lot of people that have seen us live and are supporting through it. It seems like Napalm's YouTube especially has been a lot more comfortable with us.
But as you can tell, we're very excited. This has been pent up energy inside us to talk to you guys and to like release this music for the last
and this is all we have to
2 years. So as you can tell, like how people take the single and how people are reacting to the announcement of the album coming out and everything is really important to us. So the fact that we know that we have such an awesome, dedicated group of fans that have come to our rescue and defended us at every step of the way on a channel like Napalm's, because it's different from releasing a song on our own channel, where you're releasing to the people that know you and have followed you.
Yeah, we still get hates there too. But
when you're putting yourself out there, like Napalm's YouTube has like almost 2 million or something people that a lot of them have no idea who we are. So giving them something different is going to make them kind of talk. So that's why we're recapping through the reactions, Joe, and anyone else who's new. We're just recapping on the reaction. Been amazing reaction, and there's some really weird backlash too.
Some are funny reactions.
Some are funny.
Just evil reactions.
I just say hashtag.
One guy said he wanted to choke on his own vomit, and wanted to eat his own vomit, and I was like, well, do it. Like in fact, post that shit. That's probably interesting to watch.
No.
Like Mr. Big Talk, go for it.
No, it's not.
Eat that vomit. I'm just saying.
You forgot. You just didn't say he wanted to choke on his vomit. He said he'd
rather eat his own vomit
rather than watch our video. That was the diss, not that he just is walking around saying, "I can't wait to choke on my vomit." Like, although that is weird too, but whatever. You do you.
I've only just discovered you guys.
Thanks. I saw that too, Mike. That's awesome. Yeah. Hell yes. So I just want to recap too about the fact, if you guys don't know, that we have relaunched the pre-order. So it's been suspended for about a year now. That people were pre-ordering 2019. We signed with Napalm, coronavirus hit, and the pre-order went, gotta shut this down because we have no idea when the record's gonna come out. And then finally we've regrouped, relaunched the pre-order because now we have an official date. So we're not gonna let you down now. Thank you again for another pre-order. That's awesome. And also, like Matt showed, is we have a couple new shirt designs and poster designs based around the Bystander video, which we've worked really hard on. And can't wait to show you the behind the
Like
scenes
every
of
month,
that.
we're going to be giving you guys stuff now until this thing comes out. There's going to be all this stuff. We're going to be staying online and working with you guys.
So this album does not have any collaborations, Sten.
Nope, not on this one.
It's a little, well, there is a collaboration, I will say, with a producer, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So not like someone necessarily singing on the record, but it is a collaboration of someone we've worked with that is bringing, I feel, something cool to the table, which is on the songs Vertigo and Overdrive. So
any chance of a really big shirt? I mean, that's a pretty big size you just put up there, but I'm sure we could try and work something out. Maybe we should get that one. I'll have to figure that one out.
I think we've done, right now our sizes go up to 3X, but I think I've done 4X before. I'm not sure if we've done 5. I'll have to see if my local print shop
Let me wrap my brain
accommodate
around
that.
that. Yeah, we'll wrap our brain around that.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to feel left out. See you in Atlanta with Birthday Massacre.
It's the first song I heard from you guys. I was immediately hooked and been listening to music the whole day today. So yeah, cool stuff. Thank you. I don't know what your name is. Esco? Either way, thank you so much. That's awesome. This is exactly why we kind of joined forces with Napalm, was to meet new people and hopefully open-minded people like yourself that dig it. So thank you so much. Spread the word for us.
Benjamin is asking who directed the new music video. Yeah, so
I mean, I helped. But
if you're new here, Matt and I have our kind of, actually it's on Napalm. You can check out our crib where we live, and we have a home studio here where we film our music videos upstairs. And we filmed the whole video was done upstairs in our home. And we just used a lot of tricks like green screen and special effects to try to bring in a little vibe there. And all the special effects, After Effects stuff, I spent a lot of time in quarantine trying to figure out. And one weird fact is, if you guys notice the one scene where the spiders are kind of climbing over the house and through the window, we actually tried to do it with real spiders.
Sorry, Dan, I must have missed your question. You're like, well, okay, and I don't know what it was, but yeah, we did
collaborations.
Oh, yeah, that's the collaboration thing. Sorry,
yeah.
We have a couple in mind that we're going to hit up soon for some other stuff. I have some ideas.
Yeah, it really was, I think, about the facts for the collaborations. I know we did the one with Benji. Benji was like the top of my list, and It's kind of hard after working with Benji Webb. I mean, I love a lot of artists, but that was like my number one pick, and he did it for me like the first try. So, you know, and also we were writing a lot in quarantine as well. So we were kind of in our own world. And I think sometimes, for me at least, collaborations, I like to feel like have some type of organic reason on why you're working with that person, rather than, oh, we just like, it's a marketing thing to like have their fans like our fans and our fans like their fans, and there's no actual real connection or collaboration with like writing the song together and things. So to me, it would make more sense to like work with some people maybe that we've been on tour with, or that we've had a chance to like get to know and bond with. It just seems a little bit more like, you know, not as just like jammed together. It's actually kind of like a real effort to collab. Sorry, I lost my train of thought what I was talking about.
So did I. I just was like zoned out and started reading.
Thanks, Eric.
Will you tour with Butcher Babies again? You know,
there was
just before COVID, we were actually
there
in
was
the
talk
works.
of it.
There was a talk of it. I think we'd already said yes, didn't we? And it just hadn't really been approved. But I think they were being nice enough to offer us to come with them to Europe before COVID hit, and we said yeah, and we were hopefully going to share a tour bus, I think, with them. I don't know what we were going to do, but we've been out with them a couple times. We love them as humans. They have a new song out right now today.
Your Town. Please go check it out.
Check it out. Sounds real good. It's on playlists just like us. So
yeah, we literally the new metal something tracks, new metal tracks on Spotify. Check that playlist out. That's us, Butcher Babies, and a ton of other awesome new music. I just posted it on Instagram. That's a good one to listen to. Actually, while she sleeps, shout out to our buddy Ant, who is their merch guy.
Oh,
who's on tour with us?
If he's still their merch guy.
Yeah, no, he was. He was posting. He's like in their new music video.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I knew that. He's a good guy.
I promised to draw you Sky. Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah, love all the fan art. You guys are so talented.
Did Screaming come naturally?
Cool. You should collab with the OBGMs. Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, they're really cool. Actually, I would like to do more collaborations in the future, but I think that, I don't know, something weird about being like locked inside in this pandemic just kind of made me think I got to look inward to all my inspiration and kind of get out all this emotion without looking outward. So it was just something that really didn't cross our minds until like the end, after we'd kind of finished a lot of the songs that were like, wait, we don't have any collaborations on this record. But for us, there was, I guess, just so much song and so much stuff we had to put out ourselves that it's almost like we didn't have room for anyone else. It's kind of self-involved, I guess, to say, but why is everyone
indulgent, feed your hunger?
Why is everyone talking about chicken wings? Danielle wants to know. Matt, can you take
Seriously,
that one?
we're gonna go down that road again. Although I was loving all the posts, I love this weird little trend of it. I was like, chicken wings and top hats, baby. That's what this movement is. This whole like misogyny girls thing, this rock thing. We're gonna call it chicken wings and top hats. You just whenever anybody makes you grumpy
reference.
And anybody like starts dissing to protect us, just write chicken wings.
Right.
Top hats.
So it could be our like secret way of being like, we don't like what you're saying, just like hashtag chicken wing, hashtag top hat.
So the story
and then
is,
we know that you guys are at least looking out for us without and just purely confusing everyone else.
I'll make it real quick.
Awesome.
I basically play a venue in Pittsburgh. We've done it a couple times. It's an okay venue. It's cool actually, but it has like a restaurant part to it as well, so people can eat chicken, like their food, while they're watching the show. And I just had a problem with that. So I like kind of let everybody know.
But he like announced it on stage, like stop eating chicken wings, like really loud on stage. So,
but it became this joke all night. So people were coming to buy merch, and they were actually like, "Oh man, you're the chicken wing guy." And I was like, "This is really funny." And then yesterday we started talking about it, and then from there we just get a lot of chicken wing posts. And then the top hat is because I don't know how to post emojis very well, and I was trying to answer to people yesterday, and I was giving people top hats instead of the clappy thing because I was bad with my fingers, and then I realized what I was doing. I was like, oh man, I'm just sending top hats to people. Anyway, long story short.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Jeez. So I really just wanted to thank you guys. I think not only just Matt kind of wanted to address a little bit about the trolls and like to let you guys know that we just appreciate you guys sticking up for us. But the other thing that the reason why we wanted to make the second live stream today is to just kind of thank you guys, because honestly, the momentum you created yesterday and what you're creating today with the views of the video is literally like snowballing.
Yeah, it's been really helpful.
Because
in fact, some of these trolls are helping. The more that they keep dissing us, the more I notice the views keep going up. So I was like, which one's better? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But it is something that has plagued my mind the last 2 years of like how people are going to take this single, how people are going to take this song. I mean, I think about it all the time. And then when I see you guys showing up, representing, it just like means so much to us.
You haven't forgot about us.
And there was a part of me that was like, oh, how's it going to work if Napalm's posting the video? We're not posting on our channel. Are our fans even going to realize that it's out? And you guys 100% have, and 100% have represented. And all my fears have gone away with that. So thank you guys so much.
Did you notice my resting face? This one eyebrow goes way higher just in my resting face. That's whack. It looks like I'm always questioning something.
It's not a bad way to be, always questioning things.
That's really strange.
Thank you,
Look at
guys.
this thing. Anyways.
Yeah, totally. Man, I totally feel like there's going to be chicken wing merch in the future.
They saw us for CKY in Newcastle. And that download. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Believe us, we're dying to come back to the UK. We love playing that place. I like hanging out there. I like drinking there.
Cool. Metal Mana said that they'll make a proper reaction video to Bystander. That's cool. I did get a couple of you guys emailing me with those. But yeah, if you want to do any commentary or reaction videos online, that is pretty cool. I'd love to see what you guys
Matt
think.
the Question Master.
And just to like, I don't know, like from a fan's perspective, I'm always curious about like what they think of the song and certain elements of the song and breaking it down and breaking down the video and see if you guys notice all the little Easter eggs I've hidden inside the videos. All that stuff is really interesting to me. So I'd be happy to see any reactions you guys
Kat
do.
says she misses me sweating on her gigs.
Oh, beautiful.
I can hook you up next time we play.
Yeah, he can hook you up anytime. Found you guys because Bystander got recommended. Finally, YouTube recommended something good.
Thank you. Virtuoso Life, Virus of Life. Man, I wish people just use their normal names. I get so confused. But thank you so much. Spread the word. We appreciate it.
Yeah, there are some Easter eggs in the video, guys. If you guys have followed the fact that initiation references...
You can't tell them. That's what an Easter egg is.
I'm just giving them some hints. It references the 4 gangs in Psycho City. There's definitely references in there and also references to other songs on the record. So just leave you with that. You can check it out yourself.
Trying to fix my eyebrows.
I could probably write an essay on every video. Cool, Jenny. Yeah. The bullseye is actually a little reference
Hey, look,
to...
this is good. Sky, how about a ceiling fan merch for the 10th anniversary? We should totally do a shirt of you just getting whacked, man. That would be so funny.
Steven, Mr. Neptune Man there, posted the Tosh.0. So if you guys are new here, back in 2011, we were filming a music video.
Sky got blasted.
I got hit in the head with a ceiling fan. It went viral. Like, it was on Tosh.0, ridiculousness, all these things.
We used it as a commercial for it.
We did use it as a commercial for our video. And I just saw it reposted. And wow, like, they are just, those shows are so harsh too. If you think there's trolls on the thing, they just like making fun of me because I got hit in the face, and also because I was like, "Hey, fucker!"
I'm sorry,
before
but
it happened.
You cannot make fun, not make fun of you for that one. Even I felt terrible, but once I knew you survived, I started making fun of you.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I got decked in the face. I was bleeding everywhere, but I was like, "I'm okay, guys." And we were literally only like a few hours into filming the video. Matt drove me to the hospital. I got stitched up, and then we just went right back to filming. Because I was like, I already got the location and everybody here waiting to film. I had a makeup artist doing like all these full clown. Shout out to Sarah doing like full clown makeup on the band.
Sky's face was covered in blood because the hospital doesn't bother cleaning you up, right? They just sewed her eye shut, and she also got a couple across the nose. The second blade was going so fast it actually cut it. She's lucky she didn't lose an eye. I mean, it worked out great for us. We got a viral video, but she could have really been hurt. So. Anyways, we went to the hospital. Fast forward, we're driving back to the video shoot, which is about 11:30 p.m. and it's dark out. So it's night and we're on this country road and she's covered in dry blood. And we stop on the weirdest place. They have what we call in Canada, I don't know what it's called everywhere else, but a ride program, which is just police officers making sure there's no drunk drivers. And so this like officer like flashes his light in through the window and I'm driving and I'm like, hey officer. And he like looks over and sees Sky like with all this dry blood and this mark and he just goes, oh, what's going on here? And so we had to explain. Sky's like, I hit my head on a ceiling fan and he just... It was like so much for him that he just was like, okay, go ahead. And he like let us by and didn't really ask too much. It was like, it was really screwed with him, man.
Yeah.
Long story. But Sky still filmed the rest of the video that day. That's why her hair is across her face for the rest of the video. She has a bit of a swollen, you can see it's a bit swollen.
I literally had to go out like frame by frame and remove the stitches on my nose because I was able to like hide the one over my eye like pretty well with my hair, but the ones on my nose is like in the middle of my face. So I had to like go through and like remove the scar of the stitch right on my nose. Because some of the video we filmed before and some after, so it'll be like, hey, what happened to her nose? Middle of the video. So anyway, that is our story.
Yeah.
And if you want to Google that video, it is on our channel if you have not seen it.
Guy had a fight with the
You can never unsee it once you've seen it.
Hello from Malaysia. Hello.
That's so cool.
Were you with us yesterday? I think we had somebody from Malaysia. Was it yesterday or was you?
There's not just one person in Malaysia.
I believe there's just one person in Malaysia loving us. I'll take it.
Yeah. That's awesome. So if you guys have any questions about the packages that we uploaded today or the pre-orders.
See, I don't know. Filming a music video with your face split open sounds pretty metal to me. You know, it is. She's a hardcore girl, man. She does what she does.
Gotta do what I gotta do. It's true.
Yep. It's coming up in YouTube suggestions.
That's
again.
good.
That's good.
That's good to see, guys. That's the one thing that I've learned.
Do me a favor before everybody go to bed. Add another view on that. Just take another listen and take another look. See. And tell the weird trolls that you're part of our family.
Hashtag chicken wings.
You're part of our family. Hashtag chicken wings. Top hats. Or top hats chicken wings. I don't care which way.
Daryl just learned of us today from Edmonton. Love Edmonton. We played there not too long ago.
He's saying he likes Bystander. It's awesome. Thank you, Daryl. Appreciate it, man. Means a lot to us. Edmonton's
a fun city. My brother lived there for a while, so we hung out there.
Somebody's asking what your favorite video is so far that we've made. He's saying it's still, or Yuri's saying it's ugly. Ugly's still the fave.
That's cool.
What's your fave?
My favorite video we've ever done. I always like the recent ones because that's just the way I am. I'm always thinking forward, right? We talked about that a little bit in my Instagram live stream.
Forward thinker.
Thanks. But as far as like,
forward, right?
I remember being super stoked about what we had accomplished with Anti-Anthem, with doing all the miniature train stuff. That was really fun.
I think Fighter is still my favorite.
Fighter! Oh my god, that video took so long.
Because it's like it was also a bit of a wash because we like spent so much time working it, but we kind of released it poorly because we were touring at the same time. You remember that?
Yes. So this is the thing: is no matter how many, many months,
a couple of weeks ramping it up, and we kind of did.
How many months we spent building those damn buildings, and every single window, cutting them out of cardboard. And gluing things, hot glue burns for months. And then the editing, we're like, oh my God, it needs to be out next week. We'll edit it in 1 week, 2 weeks. And then we were on literally in the middle of Italy with a terrible internet connection trying to upload the video.
But it wasn't my favorite video that we worked on because we came up with all these ridiculous ideas. And like watching Sky and our old drummer Andy fight in this robot suit. And Andy couldn't shoot because Andy was the only one that could fit. Even he's smaller than Sky. He's the only one that could fit in the robot suit we created. And so we had to use him. And he always worked until 10 o'clock at night. And would drive over to the house. And from 10 until like 5 a.m., we'd film him in this robot suit fighting Sky and just dealing with
Shout out to Andy.
Andy was the best for that. He dealt with us well.
Man. Yeah, there's story after story. We could talk about music videos. Usually I try to figure out some way to torture my bandmates in the concepts.
People are saying Brave. I loved Brave too. I thought that was really fun because we tried to shoot that as more of a
Brave. Okay. So if you guys watch the Brave 2 video, Or was Brave 1? No, it was Brave 1.
We never did
Brave 2. You're right.
Video.
Brave 1 video, we filmed in this house that we knew was getting demolished. So that's why we were able to like draw on the walls and kind of the house was getting demolished anyway. So we were able to use it. But it was so... Oh, that's cool. Paul said he heard a fighter on Kerrang. Yeah.
Ask Kerrang to play
Bystander.
Bystander. Might as well. They've got, if they don't have it yet, Napalm's got to put it in their hands soon. And
but
they've given us a lot of love. Johnny Doom and Alex Baker both have given us love there. So feel free to ask them. Maybe they'll hook us up.
Yeah.
I guess we could ask them
Oh,
too.
Nick says the lyric video for Fighter of me running in the snowstorm.
Yeah, that was great. I love talking into that one.
Yeah, that was Matt's idea, really. He was like, I'm getting back at Sky for all the time she tortured us. Thanks again for another purchase of the pre-order, guys. So then the crazy part about filming that Brave video is that because that place was being demolished, the guy that was leaving the house literally left piles of like...
Do you need a drink?
I'm good. Piles of clothes and like his cat like peed on everything. It like smelled terrible. And we basically just took all of the crap that he had left in the house, which took quite a bit of time to clean up because the house is supposed to look a little grimy and dirty anyway, but there was some just gross stuff that we were just like, this location will be cool. We'll do this in one take, but it was just so gross, like getting rid of all this old crap. Yeah, it was, and then he left like a thing, or whoever lived there, left like a thing of Febreze, but I didn't realize it was just vinegar. So I was like spraying everywhere in the house, like, oh, get the smell away. And I was just spraying vinegar everywhere.
That was a good video, though. We came up with some really fun transition ideas because we used real transitions, not digital transitions. Remember, we put the camera into the back of the dress and then pulled back out and we were completely dressed in the... We did everything you could think of that was fun in that one, I think. That was like tricks.
Bungled Inho said that we were the first thing they saw at Download 2019.
Yay!
That's
Man,
awesome.
That was such a fun show. It was like very emotional for us to see a lot of our friends and fam that have come to a lot of our smaller shows in England, and to see them all front row partying with us was amazing. I still get pretty emotional with that one when I think about it.
To us, it was quite an accomplishment to be, at the time, not have any label backing, being completely independent. And thanks to our buddy Steph, who really vouched for us to be on that show, our agents
Live
for
Nation,
making that
everybody
happen.
supported us on that one.
But it was really cool because it just felt
the bands that opened for us through the tour before we got there.
It felt
amazing.
so organic, and just seeing like all you guys come at support front row. Oh, it was just like one of those validating moments where you're like, oh.
Same with the acoustic performance the next day when we were all just trying to sing in that
hanging
tent.
out, and it was
was
raining. Oh, that was so much fun, guys. I miss you guys.
Yeah, I miss everyone too. But that's why we're here talking with everybody.
Yeah, for sure. First show download, rocked it. That's awesome.
Jenny says she'll never forget that acoustic set. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Really heartwarming.
Totally. There's so many videos too, guys, that we haven't like compiled and stuff that are so many cool history things. One day we'll make like a documentary of all of our journeys and just show all the cool adventures and stuff that you guys have been a part of over the years. It's really awesome. 3 times in England, first time supporting Alien Ant Farm. Cool. Met Sky at Scout Bar in Houston. Some good places.
Man, we went to NASA after that, remember?
Yeah.
Was it after that one?
Or before the show, I can't remember.
It was the Butchers one, though. I'm pretty sure it was that tour.
Yeah.
Or was it Ginger?
No, it was...
Either way, we went to the NASA place, and that was amazing. It was like the best thing ever. Just like robots. When you walk through the like actual... second part of the tour, when we went through the actual space station part and they were building the robots and robots were moving and stuff and they were testing them, I was like, this is amazing. And then the rocket ship that's like the size of 2 football fields, that was cool too. So big.
Where can you take
the one that never left Earth?
Where can you take the quiz? The quiz is literally in my brain right now because I wanted to reintegrate it with the website. So that's on my list of stuff to do today, guys. I wanted to do some new questions.
So you just
for
message Sky and she'll quiz you personally.
I'll quiz you about which gang you belong to in Cyco City. I told some of the fans earlier that were on my Instagram live feed that I would do my own Geek Out Cyco City YouTube live, and we would just talk about all the geeky stuff I've put in the videos and all the gangs and all the storylines, because so many people were asking about the Lost in Cyco City storyline, and how that integrates with kind of the whole arc of what I'm trying to create with Cyco City and stuff. So we'll go into that in depth, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's kind of like comic
These people,
book
I think, all get
vibes.
it. These people are with us, so they understand our comic stuff. And some of the,
Yeah.
other people might not get it, what we're doing as much, but that's okay. It's
One day,
understandable.
graphic novel, like I said, we'll do that up for you guys.
Wants to see us at Rock AM ring one year. You just gotta let them know.
Yeah.
Message them.
This is the one thing you can do if you're
Tweet them or
if you
Twitter
guys are
them, or
like,
what do you do? Do you tweet? Do you twat? Do you twat them? I don't know. Whatever you do.
But now
send
you
them a
know the
message.
new thing on Twitter is fleets.
Yeah, what's with this? We're gonna do stories as well, but we're gonna call them fleets. Oh, I'm fleeting you now. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, you can't just be like, oh, we're gonna put another. Like, you cannot copyright the word story. Like, why can't you just use stories? I'm sure you wouldn't get sued for putting stories.
I'm sure that
fleeting.
Twitter, once they started getting super, super popular, was like, man, maybe we should have called our app something a little cooler. After it got so big. At the beginning, it made real sense because they were like, oh, it's just like a tiny little bit of text. It's like just like a tweet. It's not a full song. It's just like a little tweet. And then just became this big thing. And they're like calling things fleets now. But anyway.
The whole idea is fleeting me right now.
Yeah, that was fun.
You leaked a song?
I didn't leak.
No leaking!
I didn't leak a whole song. I just said the lyrics. Like, I talked them. Though that is actually a really fun thing to do, guys. Like, we have been doing quizzes with some of our friends over quarantine. And when you hear a song without melody and you just hear the lyrics, like, talked out, it is really hard. You kind of recognize the lyric, but you're not sure what song it is. It's actually kind of a weird thing. It plays with your brain.
Our friend, was it Sophie K that did it? Our friend, because I think it was our friend Sophie K did because we were doing quizzes with everybody, and she did the one where it was it a sex toy or black metal band name? Was that what it was?
I don't know. It might have been something else.
I think it was sex toy or black metal name.
Yeah.
Like where they would say this, you'd say the name, and was it a sex toy or was it a metal band? It was like something like that. And we were killing ourselves.
Or firework, I think. It was sex toy.
Oh, is that what it was? Maybe
she's had actually a bunch of really, really good quizzes.
Sex toy or firework? Maybe that's maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
That was a funny quiz.
Leaf sounds something you need a doctor for.
A leaky fleet.
My friends like your songs. That's good to hear.
They are so.
Want to hear your own songs live.
Like Limp.
Oh, IKEA furniture. That's the one. IKEA furniture or metal band.
Is that what it is? That's the other one.
Yes.
And then there's sex toy and fireworks.
Yeah.
Right? The sex toy and firework one was really fun.
We should actually do like a quiz with you guys.
Or was it like porn star and or firework? I don't know.
We could bring up some crazy quizzes for you guys, and we could all eat chicken wings and wear top hats. And if you don't, you could have vegan chicken wings, or you could have make your own top hat, so we can make it all inclusive for everybody.
Top hats and chicken wings. I think I like top hats and chicken wings more than chicken wings top hats.
Okay.
Top hats, chicken wings. You got to do this, and you got to say it fast.
All right.
It's like that Diamond Hands thing that went big for a while. Now we're
Joey's asking about acoustic sessions. I've actually been Matt.
Third record, we came up with a name for it. Top Hat and Chicken Wings. That sounds like a country record. Top Hat and Chicken Wings.
Matt,
you're Top Hat, I'm Chicken Wings.
Matt's bad at interrupting
Sorry.
things. He just. I was gonna say about the acoustic question you asked that I've been practicing piano because Matt gave me a gorgeous stand-up piano that's sitting right over there for Christmas that he found online in one of the secondhand online Kijiji or whatever. I don't know exactly where you found it, Facebook Marketplace or one of those. And brought it all the way, which is a back-breaking task, is to move a piano, and brought it here for Christmas so that now I'm practicing piano. I used to love playing piano when I was younger, and then I kind of fell out of it, but now I'm getting back into it. So hopefully I'll have some renditions of the new songs from this record on piano for you guys for the next acoustic record.
Everybody's loving this whole idea of top hats and chicken wings.
I know, it's so good.
They say we have to call the album that or the next tour. Come on, the top hats and chicken wing tour.
There's going to be people that are going to get it, and then the average person walking by the poster is going to be like, what the heck is that mean?
I'm loving it. I think it's a movement. It's a sumo movement right now. Top hats and chicken wings.
Cheese. Okay. Should
Wait,
we do
we need
a
like a
recap?
symbol. Top hats and chicken wings. Top hats and chicken wings.
Should we do a little recap for anyone new joining us here?
A recap. We've been here for 1 hour almost. And mainly because we were on yesterday and we put a new single out and we were really stoked that everybody came on board with us and had a long, good talk with us. And because in COVID, we've been pretty lonely. So we had a lot of fun. And so we're reading people. And, you know, we released the song and it's been doing great on YouTube. So please go over to Napalm's channel or ours and give it a view. And if you like it, you know, give it a comment or a like, share it if you could. We're also talking about some of the crazy trolls that we've already experienced being with such a heavy kind of serious metal label, and we are not as heavy, serious band in some ways. So, and we're okay with it. We've got some thick skin, and I think we're reaching a lot of people anyways, and a lot of the ones that are coming to us and becoming part of our family, that's who we were looking for, and the ones that don't like us, we don't like you either. So we don't need you any more than you need us. And if the people that love us and care, please feel free to stick up for us if people are fighting about it, but no nastiness. And
Yeah,
mainly I was upset. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Mainly I was really upset, and I wouldn't even think I would come on too much and talk about this stuff. But mainly I was upset because I do not care if you do not like our music. This is far from me being sore about that. I've spent the past 10 years working a weird band that gets tons of hate from reviews to you name it. Tons of good stuff too. That is, we've always been thick as thieves and been able to deal with that.
We just do what we do.
Right. But it's in this day and age, I just don't think we need to break people down as people anymore, as human beings. It just makes no sense. And I feel like we were getting some, especially on their Instagram, Napalm's Instagram, we're getting a lot of, you know, metal elitists. I call them, you know, whatever. People are stuck in their ways, whatever. But there's been some misogyny and some nasty talk that has nothing to do with our music. And that's what I'm on here for a little bit, just making sure that they know, or you guys know, that it's not killing us, but we appreciate you supporting us, sticking up for us, because in this day and age, teaching other people to be fucking mean because we fucking look different is stupid. It's really ridiculous. And I mean, we are barely even feeling what some people must feel when they're outcast.
I think this channels into like a bigger discussion that Matt and I have a lot of times behind the scenes, which is, you know, picking kind of an alternative genre, which we feel really close to, that may be kind of a little bit behind the times in some ways than other parts of the music industry, as far as being really inclusive. And we're a very inclusive party band, and we have very vast array of different fans. We are, you know, love traveling all over the world and inviting everyone to be a part of this, that we never want to make anyone feel like they can't be part of our family or part of our band because they dress a certain way or look a certain way or listen to pop music. They can still like us. If they listen to metal, they can still listen to us. There's no rules here. And unfortunately, certain communities in music feel like they need to protect their genre, like no one else is allowed in.
We don't want it.
We don't want
We don't want in. We don't want into this weird, crazy, like, you know, that same thing. And that's fine. And they're always allowed to post. But again, our real argument is it doesn't matter if it's a girl or boy, and it doesn't matter how you dress or how you decide to show yourself. If you're proud of yourself and you want to wear little clothes, I don't care if you're fucking naked. In this day and age, if that's what you fucking want, you should be allowed to do it. And that's where I draw the line. And I have no problem coming on and fucking getting nasty about it. And I don't care how many trolls want to come on and tell me to fuck myself. They can fuck right off. And you guys can tell them that for me.
Okay, that was another ding. Thank you guys. Right now we have our pre-order for initiation up on sumocyco.com. So if you guys are interested in supporting the band, getting that pre-order in, we have a ton of cool bundles, a ton of stuff. We've got, I just want to go through quickly what we just put up again. For those of you that are joining in, we had a pre-order actually started in 2019 when we were still doing it independently. And then we got signed by Napalm Records in January 2020. Coronavirus hit shortly after. And because of not only not knowing what was going on in the music industry, but the fact that we now had to work with a label, we stopped the pre-order. So there's a few of you that have been around since 2009 that have your pre-order. You're going to get that pre-order for May 7th when the album comes out. But if you're new here and you haven't got your pre-order items or your bundles, there's a limited amount of the OG bundles at sumocyco.com right now. And some of the coolest items, there is translucent orange vinyl that we have up there in a bunch of different bundles. We have a really cool album book that our girl Francesca Ludicar has been working really, really hard with us on. And that book is going to have 28 pages of like photos and lyrics and never seen before images and stories about our Cyco City gangs. And that's a really cool collector's item. I think we're only going to be making like 300 of those. There's also on Napalm's website, only 300 of what's called the Die Hard Edition vinyl. That vinyl comes with a really cool multicolored swirl with all these colors. It has a 7-inch that comes with it with 2 bonus tracks, New Jive and We Are the Nation. And then it also comes with a limited Polaroid. So every of those 300 Die Hard editions are going to have a Polaroid in there signed by us. And if you're lucky,
it's going to be me in underwear, not Sky, so nobody fucking complains.
And chicken wings all over you. And then it's going to have 3 of those Polaroids are going to have a special item that will be announced soon. And if you get a Polaroid with that item, you get a special prize pack from us that is going to have some cool, exclusive Sumo Cyco stuff. So there's so much stuff we have going on with the pre-order. Shout out to Francesca. Oh, yeah, she did the album cover as well. If you guys don't follow her name is Francesca Ludicar. She's been helping our band since the very beginning. And she's an awesome artist and photographer / graphic designer. And so you can check out more of her stuff. But yeah, she did our record cover. And she's also helped with a lot of the graphics throughout and merch throughout our entire being a band. So we're
Matt
really
with chicken wings in only a top hat. Now that we're talking a calendar now.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Oh God.
Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that.
Careful, Maddie. There's a market for that.
Oh, there is. There is.
I'm a bear. People would love me, you know.
Yeah.
Some chicken wings in my mouth.
Yeah. The other thing too is just so you guys know that the OG bundles, there's probably going to be a limit on that. So if you guys want to get in on like the different club gangs,
I wouldn't complain about that. With the Bob Chicken Wings covering his chicken wings.
Thank you again for another pre-order. So yeah, so there's going to be a limited amount of all the OG bundles, and there's also going to be a limited Bystander merch. So we just released also these bundles with t-shirts and signed posters. There's only 50 of each. And Matt, bring up the shirts again so we can show the new people that we just got these shirts in today. So we're probably going to be sending out all the orders
so
Monday.
Bossy sometimes.
Sorry.
Matt. Hey, Matt, bring out the shirts that... Fuck, you're...
They were beside you. That's why.
Okay, Matt, can you grab those, please?
Aw, sorry.
This is the first one.
This is the second one. So this one has me on the telephone from Bystander, and it comes with that as the poster.
Oh, sorry.
That is the poster if you buy this shirt. And if you get this shirt, it comes with the full color photograph of me with the telephone as the 11x17. So there's only 50 bundles of each of those over at sumocyco.com right now.
These 2 will not get sold because they're covered in dog hair.
The other ones are nicely packed in a box that will not see the light of day until we pack your orders. So awesome.
Got
Thank
them
you
both
guys.
ordered. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, the Anonymous 9 black with red logo is still a shirt. It's part of the Anonymous 9 packages.
Frankie Bays wants me to start an OnlyFans.
That would be good.
Some
Bring in some extra income.
Style OnlyFans, y'all. You'll come home and catch me in some weird shit. I'll be like, it's OnlyFans, babe.
Honestly, if you started the chicken wing OnlyFans, I bet you'd be like leading the charge in a new chicken wing wave of.
True. Nobody's probably started one of those.
Could be the first chicken wing OnlyFans guy. Whoa. Mind blown.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Cheers to all of you guys hashtagging chicken wings on the YouTube video. I was laughing my butt off on some of those comments.
Yesterday was incredible. We were not only had a great day coming online and talking with you guys, we had so much fun reading the questions. Sorry we missed some of them. You know, it's not the easiest. But for like 2 hours, we just felt like outside of the norm with you guys. It just felt so good to just chat with people and joke and laugh. And then the single came out. We saw all our views. That was really good. And then by the end of the day, because we had made this Top Hats and Chicken Wings joke, we got some serious cool posts that were killing us by the end of the night. We were cracking up with the amount of posts. So thank you so much. And feel free to send more because that shit was funny, man.
Yeah. That was really good. Oh, man. So yeah, and then for those of you guys that are new and you don't understand this whole like Anonymous 9, Malice and Co, Not Sorry Sorority bundles, those are based off of 4 gangs in Cyco City, and each of those gangs are represented on music videos. So if you guys go check out Love You Wrong, which is the first music video released for Initiation, it was basically my character, Glory, with who's a member of Not Sorry Sorority, with Tragic, who is a Terrornaut, which is our intergalactic mafia. Also, you see, we represent those characters, the big skull heads. So any of the time you see those skull characters, they're called our Terrornauts, and they're part of the Assassiners gang. And they have a forbidden love affair in video 1. In video 2, you see Glory's gang and her girls going against Anonymous 9, who are the rebellious baseball players.
And then it gets more confusing.
And then for Bystander, I'll indulge you guys a little bit if you're interested. Matt doesn't like all this kind of like comic book
I don't mind it.
stuff.
It's confusing.
I
told you it's
comic book
confusing.
stuff.
It's confusing to me.
So the
You want me to tell you why there's some confusing shit? I'll tell you.
why?
Because like when I watch, for instance, when I watch your Bystander video, and you've got like these gold characters that are like the rich elites or whatever you're going for, whatever this capitalistic characters you're trying to create. I don't know. But you got them all as pictures on your shelf, like they're your family.
Yeah, they are.
But you're not gold.
This is the story.
No, see, I just think you're just twisting this shit to me, man.
So, Malice and Company, they are business people in Cyco City. They're very educated, very smart. Boss babe, Miss Malice, runs the empire, and she made all of her millions on these gold pills that turn your skin so you have like sparkly gold glow, and also make you super tuned into your intelligence. And she is in the house in Bystander on the wall. There's pictures of all the family members, if you look carefully, that get knocked over with the telescope. And Glory, which is my character in Bystander,
What about the next
is
video?
living in the Malice and Co house, even though she's a Not Sorry Sorority member. And you can notice this by the colors. So
Okay.
yellow is always for Malice and Co. Pink is always for Not Sorry Sorority. Red is always for Anonymous 9. And purple
Magenta.
is always for the Assassiners. And you can tell which gang.
Mauve. Isn't it mauve?
No, you can tell which gang I'm in and how I'm reacting to that gang based on my hair and my outfit. If I'm wearing more purple, it means I'm feeling more like Assassiners vibe. If I'm wearing more pink, Not Sorry Sorority.
When she's wearing yellow, she's hungry.
If you notice in Love You Wrong, my character's wearing a lot more purple tones.
See, look, you're giving the Easter eggs away.
Because I'm fallen for Tragic. Because we're in love. So I'm thinking of him, therefore I'm kind of becoming more close to his gang in that sense. So there's all these undertones, and I would love to go in with you guys like even more hardcore, because I put so much thought into this stuff that I think just goes unnoticed. But we could go into it later when Matt's not around.
No, hey, I'm here. No, I'm good.
Yeah, seriously, they love it. They love it. Yeah, storybook, you totally can. So, and some of you guys were asking about like, you know, the retro computer and like the retro phone, retro TV based in Bystander. It's because I'm basing that part of the story in like early 2000s when I'm a teenager, when I feel trapped by the Malice & Co family inside of my room, even though I'm a Not Sorry Sorority type of
See, you're confused by yourself. I can feel it right there when you said it. You're like, man, is all this coming together? I knew it.
Yeah, Steven, I'm like George Lucas right now, trying to explain Star Wars to someone who's never heard of it before. That's what it feels like. It's all good. Yeah, love the wallpaper. Thank you. That wallpaper took me so long to do. Those are individual stickers that I had to like put on that kept falling off the wall.
It took forever.
There's also...
They made my one eye close, my other eye open.
Jennifer wants to change her gang affiliation. If you guys, I don't want to encourage this too much because it's going to be a nightmare for me to figure out too much. But if you really, really need to change your order, whether you've changed your address, whether you...
We can change the address, but not the order.
We can't change the order as far as the bundle level you picked, but I could possibly change the t-shirt and poster that you get, possibly.
I don't know.
You have to email the store.
Yeah, we have to. You should not.
It's
going to
be a logistic
or you might end
nightmare.
up getting a logistic nightmare. I don't know if we can do that one. I'm going to say Sky's not
But
sure.
you can always do this. We can always, if you need a refund, you can always get a refund and then you can repurchase the one you want.
That's actually probably easier than doing the logistic switch, just so you know.
Yeah, it's probably easier to do it like that.
Probably.
So yeah. So that makes sense to me. If you want to do that. But yeah, if you change your order since 2000 or change your address since 2009, I've already got a bunch of you guys have emailed me about your address changes. I will go in and switch them all out probably this weekend. Thanks for ordering.
Your chicken dings.
Thank you again. Oh my gosh, it's so great to hear all you guys pre-ordering. I don't know if it's you guys right now from watching this live stream or if it's just the posts that I've been making and the email newsletter I sent out.
But look, lots of people are starting to come online. This has been good. When I went on by myself, there was only 10 people. Now there's like 110 people. This is so awesome. It's because you guys like my Disuffered shirt.
Is it backwards to you guys as well?
Is it just backwards to me?
Because everything's backwards in the way we're looking at it.
This says Disuffer? I just realized I was like, I'm wearing a Disuffer shirt.
The one thing I did want to point out too, guys, is that Napalm does have one exclusive item that we do not have on our store.
It's not backwards. This stuff's not backwards. We're just backwards to ourselves.
Okay, good. Which is called the Die Hard Edition vinyl. So that version is only on Napalm Records store. So if you're looking for the Die Hard version, which, like I said, includes a 7-inch with 2 bonus tracks, the color swirl combination, and the Polaroid contest, over to napalmrecords.com. And because Napalm, okay, this is another insider thing. This is their first time ever releasing anything with us. We're showing them with your amazing support how the Cycos have been there all along. So you guys just proving to Napalm that you like what you hear, you approve of them, approving of us. That means a lot to us because as we go through with pushing more singles and stuff, they're definitely our team that is going to start pushing it out. So if you want to like Napalm's Instagram, like their their YouTube channel, all that stuff, we're going to be
there all year
releasing stuff
long,
through them for the next record cycle at least. So
we
you definitely want to follow along with all their socials and stuff like that.
Totally.
Are you gonna dye your hair like Minecraft? I don't know what that means. You could explain it to me.
Minecraft is a video game, isn't it?
I know it is, but how do you dye your hair like Minecraft?
You make it look like pixels.
How? Teach me.
Pixels. Anyway, this has been fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Learning about you. Got to crank your tunes. Thank you.
Thank you. We also were really excited about the playlist. I think I mentioned it once, but there's a new playlist, rock, new metal tracks on Spotify.
Early bets. I think it's early bets.
And
new metal tracks, early bets. It's got Architects. It's got While She Sleeps. Yeah, While She Sleeps. It's got
Butcher Babies,
Butcher Babies, Us. Thank God. It's got lots of great rock bands that we luckily got involved in that.
And it's
so add it to your playlist. Bystander.
One of our first. We were on Heavy Metal Queens before, but this is like our second ever official add to a Spotify playlist.
A lot of people don't like us, like we said, but now they're starting to, add us. Thank you.
Yeah. Fingers crossed the government here lets their heads out of their bum. I need Anonymous Time merch bundle.
Did you say you need a bum?
No, I don't need a bum.
I thought you just said I need a bum.
Square hair like Cyndi Lauper.
Get their heads out of their bum.
So like a sharp cut. Like, you guys want me to get like a cut that's like really like Sia's hair?
Who wants to see Sky shave hot side of her, like half her head, like side of it? Do one of these side things. If I get enough, hey, how many views do we have? If we get enough views on a video, will you shave side of your head on live on this?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys want to see that?
We'd have to get the numbers up. We have to get everybody rallied so that we can get the numbers up more.
Sugar Bloodsucker says, I ordered the Die Hard vinyl. I don't even have a record player yet. And Yuri asked, is there any songs that will be unlike anything we've done before on Initiation?
Yeah, there is a couple. But they're like, I don't know if we'll like them or not. Like, it'll be interesting. It depends on which way you go. Because I feel like we went as far this way as we also did this way in some spots. We tried some different stuff, that's for sure. And some, it's, you know, if some of the metal guys already hate Bystander, wait until they hear a couple of the, like, what I consider not even rock songs as much as more urban-y. What do you call it? What do you call MIA? What do you call that feel? It's reaching more of the EDM world a bit more, even more. I don't know
if it's EDM. I think it's just more like it reminds me of like OG, No Doubt kind of vibes.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, we tried some different stuff and we're proud of it. So like, you know, we're gonna go all over the place. Same with the next recordings that I've already started working on music right now because I think to myself, hey, if everything goes well for the year, we're gonna have to have a lot of follow up. And whether Napalm wants to secure a contract with us and make the second record with us, or we have to do it our own, I got to be ready. So we're already starting to attack some new music and try to do some new stuff so that we can really evolve. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're hoping this one helps us get where we need to get and at least meet as many new people.
I would say, to answer your question, Yuri, that I feel the most out of the box we've gotten with this record was actually working with Kane. Because I felt like that moment that we went to Vegas and worked with this guy named Kane Churko really almost kind of like gave Matt a little kick in the butt as far as like expanding his horizons as a producer and mixer. That some of you guys will catch on to some of that stuff when you hear this record compared to how sonically the last two sounded. I feel like Matt's really stepped up his engineering and production game. And I think that Kane, whether he liked it or not, really helped with that because his songs are really just like pushing the boundaries of how loud can you make the song, how heavy can you make something sound, and Vertigo and Overdrive are the two we worked on with Kane, and super talented guy, and we co-wrote the songs with him, those two songs, which normally Matt and I do all the co-writing. So that was a little bit of a different thing that we haven't normally done on previous records, is add another kind of producer / co-writer into the mix. But I think it was kind of a cool experience. We learned a lot working with Kane. So shout out to Kane Churko. And I can't wait for you guys to hear those two songs.
Black Arachne is in the house.
Yeah.
We had the VIP with Black Arachne.
Yeah, I remember.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Or hear you. Or read you. I'm reading you.
Cover a Britney song. I know. There's actually so many old school, like for me, like my youth songs that I would be like, oh cool, I could cover this, but I don't know how everyone would react to like me doing Britney or Spice Girls or something like from my childhood. You have to really psycho it up for sure. I
think you're saying I can't know because I haven't heard it. From how it's described though, MIA sounds a bit mindless self-indulgency. It's all mindless self-indulgence.
No. Mindless self-indulgence is a band.
Oh, never mind. I thought you just meant what we do. Then maybe it is. I don't know. I've never heard that band, but we are mindless self-indulgent people. If that's what you're trying to get at.
Mindless self-indulgence, if I'm not wrong, is a lot more, industrial vibes.
Yeah.
So to me,
Kane
that would
brings that a little bit. Like he
Kane
loves
songs,
that
not
stuff.
MIA.
Yeah.
The Kane songs are a little bit more on the industrial
I should just stop talking.
Yeah. Oh man, I find it so surprising sometimes when like Matt and I are like so clueless about like what certain bands are out there or like certain like pop culture phrases that we just are like hermits in our own little house for the last year, and then
everybody's hermits in their house practically.
Yeah, but some circles that like
pay more attention than we do.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with that.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. There has been some really good metal covers of Britney.
Any chance you'll remix something from Noise in the Basement? Not likely.
Sorry, guys.
We don't even own the rights to that stuff.
Yeah, the stuff I do with my pop world, like people keep asking me, put Sound Soldier on Spotify. I'm like, I don't own that music. It's all owned by Capitol Records.
Sky had to go through a procedure law-wise and fight to get away from that so that she wouldn't be, other stuff that she created wouldn't be owned anymore. That's what we went through about before we started this project.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing is...
So when people start going, oh, this is so manufactured from a label, they need to suck a big one. I've had too many beers.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Matt's a very passionate person about a lot of things, so to me...
Yeah, if you don't like me, I don't like you. Who cares?
To me...
Move on.
It's better to be passionate and than to just be like, all the time, you know?
At least I'm not.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, like certain artists now, because recording's becoming like cheaper and cheaper. Thank you again to whoever pre-ordered. Because it's getting more and more popular to re-record, like Taylor Swift's going through a huge thing right now. She's re-recording all her past catalog. I know another girl that came up with me back in the day, JoJo, who had that song Get Out. She re-recorded all of her previous pop stuff.
I love JoJo's song. Get out.
The label owned all those things and would not post them on the new social media. So she's just like, well, I'm just going to re-record it.
No, I don't want to. You say no, but you dun. Love that.
One of my favorite troll comments.
Get out.
One of my favorite.
I'll give one more.
One of my favorite troll comments that keeps coming up on the Napalm sites is, for some reason, I feel like everyone must be older because their only reference of like what's pop is Britney Spears. It's like that's the only pop artist they could possibly think of to compare me to. But it's
not a bad comparison anyway. If that's what they're comparing you to,
well, that's why you won't let me finish. Is what I was going to say. Is it's kind of ironic because I just keep typing back. I'm like, oh yeah, went on tour with her in 2004. Good times, like I'm not ashamed of that. So. Don't try to diss me because Britney's awesome and she is a massive.
And we're helping free her.
Free Britney #. We should let Matt cover all the songs. Why would you have to bug? So we would have to bug EMI about getting Sound Soldier on Spotify. You're correct.
Yeah, good luck on that one.
Yeah. It's actually, I think.
It'd be smart of them to do it because they could still, over the spins and the streams, they could still be logging in 0.001 cents every stream at least.
Right.
Give me a break. Anyway.
But it's true. Like, all those things in my life have made me who I am today. Like, I would not be, a performer if I didn't have those moments where I was dancing to Baby One More Time in the mirror when I was 12 years old. So, yeah, my music tastes have changed and evolved. Now my favorite thing to throw on is like more heavy music, but it's all made me who I am. So I'm not going to like diss a genre or try to get away from those comparisons because that's just part of my history.
Oh, we're getting a couple sales. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. Our manager just wants to talk to us.
Should we do it online? Should we be like, our manager will be like, you guys got to get offline right now.
No. But yeah,
they might.
I'm just gonna text.
They might be like, man, you guys just keep talking. Who's better, Lady Gaga or Sumo Cyco? I mean, they're not in the same world.
We're a little biased because we are Sumo Cyco.
Good collaboration if we could make that happen, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody text Gaga today. Or not text, since that's impossible unless you all know a number. But let's all twat her. What do you do it? Twitter her. Saying you want the collaboration.
Please don't twat anybody.
Okay,
I don't know what that entails.
We twit Gaga.
Tweet.
Sumo Cyco Gaga collaboration. # top hats chicken wings. Go. Good music is good music. It's not a competition.
True.
We agree.
Yeah.
That's why it sucks that people feel like it is. Or they have to say stuff that way. Which, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I went through, like, I
got Lady Gaga on speed dial. Get right to that one.
Can I tell you, like, my whole life, I, like, idolized, like, all the pop things. I was a child of my generation. I listened to what everyone else listened growing up. But then my dad had this really cool taste where he would play, like, Cranberries, and he would play like all this new wave stuff. Grew up listening to like Police. I grew up listening to Boomtown Rats, and he was really into a lot of kind of weird Weezer and stuff like that when I was growing up. And then when I got into like my preteen era, I started like really loving like heavy music. Like I remember going to the store and really wanting to buy the new Sum 41 album. And then I remember my friend was at the record store with me and she picked out Hilary Duff and I picked out Alexis on Fire. And then we went back to our house to like listen to our records and she
back to back.
Yeah. And she put on the Hilary Duff record and I put on Alexis on Fire, and we were both kind of like sitting there being like, I don't know if our music tastes really match up anymore. But everyone goes through those moments where they, you know, they find new things that like inspire them. And I was on tour with this guy and the rest of my band when I was on tour with Britney Spears when I was like 16 years old, and I would come onto the bus and they'd be like jamming out to like Metallica and Refused and all these bands, and I was, you know, singing pop, but at the same time like loving all this heavy music. So to me, it's always felt very fluid, and I'm like, why can't we bend and blur the lines between all of this stuff?
Do you like the Offspring? We do.
Yeah, and we opened for them in Burlington, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. We had to fly. We were on tour in America, and we had to fly in for the day so we could do an opening for them. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And it was really fun because I like, you know, you kind of grow up listening to that band.
Yeah.
So when we're standing side stage, I was like, man, these are just, I didn't realize just how many hits. There's a cool history behind Offspring. I'm going to be short, but just so you know, the Smash record is still one of the biggest selling independent records ever to this day. If you Google that, you'll learn that that band nailed it. Mm-hmm. They did.
Yeah. Do you still have the purse Britney Spears gave you? Yes, I do. I have it. Italy representing. That's awesome. Collaborating with Holocene. I have to look up that band.
You have to look up the band.
I don't know that band.
I thought it was Holocron at first, and I was like, whoa, that's a cool
I actually
band.
don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest.
I think you just did.
Classical, industrial, yeah. No, it's true. There is a lot of different types of metal, and it's just, you know, some people are, as we have seen through the last few days, some people are totally open to it. Like people that have listened to our Bystander and been like, whoa, this is cool. So it's not, it's not like everyone who likes metal is
chaotic theorem for real. Metalheads tend to like a wide variety of music, from classical to industrial pop to reggae, classic blue to shock rock to black and power metal equals love. I get it. I 100% agree. We're very open. I love everything. Black metal, I mean, I love crazy music. When we talk about trolls, I want to make this specific. Like, these are literally what I would consider elitist, like people that really, they're almost like, we kind of talk about it as like people that don't want to have fun. Like, they really are serious about their shit, like too serious. And we are not, definitely not, you know, maybe the metal community is not in that completely. I'm talking about a certain kind of people that really, you know, they're just not in the good mood. They want to say something negative instead of just going, hey, I don't like it, but I don't need to post anything, but they want to. And I actually don't care. Again, I'll reiterate this once more. I don't care if you don't like the music. You can tell us how much we suck. What I don't like is seeing people bring other people down for what they dress like, what they decide to wear. It's just not necessary. It's not necessary. It means nothing to do with our fucking music. That's somebody who's just comfortable dressing the way they want. You could be fucking naked for all I care. If you love it and you want to be that way, you can be. And that's my main answer to that is, you know, again, I'm not sore about people not liking us. People haven't liked us for 10 years, and some people have, and that's the way it goes. But, you know, it's a shame to see at this day and age people aren't forward thinking enough yet.
Yeah, it's I mean, to me, it's just more of an idea of that. I like when we post something, even if it's through the label, and it feels like the comments reflect the light and the positivity that our band likes to reflect. So when I check out a post and I'm like, oh, this is so awesome, and then I look through the comments and it's just a bunch of like real negative, sad, kind of just not a good way to look at the world comments, I'm like, where are my people at? My people are so bright and amazing and beautiful and all from all sorts of genres and all sorts of walks of life that I want to see that reflected in the response. So I know we're replying or we're on sites where people don't know who we are. So that's all I'm trying to say is I really want to bring out that places where we are even in an online space are
this
positive
is interesting.
places.
Sorry to interrupt. This is interesting. Do you think your music is part of a recent trend called post-genre? Bands, artists like Poppy and, how do you pronounce that? Skinned? Sorry, of course, Skinned. My bad, I don't know Skinned. I should probably, but I don't. My apologies. But I would call us that. If you want to call us that, a post-genre, that's kind of what Sky and I like to do. We like everything from, you name it, right down to 50s music. We love everything. So like, if I can find a part that I want to put in, I just do. And I think it's amazing. And some of the best music right now that's out there just is so experimenting with so many different genres in one song. Like, I just don't see, there's no fucking rules. And that's the way it should be, actually. And I think we're getting really interesting music. Look at the Poppy thing. She's had other records before. This new record that's out, it's collaborating with some crazy sounds. And at first I heard it was like, whoa, this is really off the wall. But I get it. I get why she went for it. And she was doing this thing. I'm like, it's different. I mean, there's not many fucking records that sound like hers. And that's fucking cool. Sorry, I don't need to swear.
I like all the comments, guys. Thanks for the update, you guys, about getting 55. I'm terrible with numbers. 5,500.
No, 1,000.
55,000.
That's where we're at now. You're so bad. The worst is when we're
Okay,
actually doing banking, and I'm like, no,
no,
that's the wrong number.
It's not bad when we're doing banking. It's actually, I have like some type of dyslexia when it comes to pronouncing
Sometimes
numbers.
she'll say this. It's
but
55000.
I actually know what the number is and how many zeros are in it, but I just have some kind of weird dyslexia of like, I don't know, maybe it was like something in my childhood learning how to say hundreds versus thousands versus whatever. Anyway, small tip about me. Small flaw. Now everyone knows.
The best will be like, Sky, what's the number? She'll be like, it's 550 Like, she'll just do that to me. I'll be like, okay, man. It's pretty funny when you do that, actually.
Yeah.
517382.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
The ding means I agree. That's good. That's awesome. Feel seen. Number spoken.
It's the hit on the head from the ceiling fan.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna go grab another beer. Do you want anything?
Is there a cider in there?
Yeah.
Yay! That's good. Yes, for sure. I appreciate you guys talking about like all the examples of, you know, different musics blending to each other. I do feel like rock and heavy music, it has been kind of like more underground than previous decades, where it's not as much in like the pulp, like mainstream pulp culture side of things. So when you say like, do you want to be part of like a movement? To me, the movement is to show the world that heavy music can be fun and heavy music can be mainstream, and it doesn't just need to be underground. That's the movement I want to do.
Cat wrote 525,600 minutes. Cat.
525,600 minutes.
And then Fritz wrote, saw you people over for Ginger down in Illinois last October. I'm one of the most repulsively Titanic fans now. It's an interesting description. I love it, but that's sick that you're supporting now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Just keep spreading the word for us. We appreciate it, dude. Thank you.
Den's asking if we like to play video games. I will refer you to my other two band members, because those two guys, Trozy and Oscar, know video games way better than I or Matt do. We're a little bit, I would say, out of the loop.
I do like playing video games.
But we're out of the loop of like what the hot games are.
I'll show you. I'll show you what I bought.
For me, my generation is N64. So if you want to talk N64 games, I got you.
I bought one of these pieces of crap, and I couldn't help myself. I saw it online at the beginning of COVID, and it was advertised. And be careful if anybody sees this. I'm sure somebody else has run into this. It's advertised like it has every vintage, like 5,000 old school video games. And it had like all these really interesting, like, you know, all the classics. And I was like, this is sick. I'm going to buy this. It was like, I don't know, $50. And then I bought it. And instead of it coming with 5,000 games, once they received it, it was only like 127 games. And what they had done is they have a coder. Some guy coded all these other video games, but with different characters. So like you're playing Super Mario, but like on Sonic the Hedgehog. And Mario is like playing Sonic the Hedgehog, the game. Like, so he basically coded. So that's why they can say it was 5,000 games, or all these games, is basically they just coded the characters that were really big into other video games. So it's like the same games over and over again with just different characters. But I bought it thinking I was going to love it. And one thing I liked was the old Super Marios. I got 1, 2, 3, all that kind of stuff. That was cool. Well, Sky's always pushing the merch, aren't you? Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
So I like that. I do have a PS3. I never went on to PS4. I still have a couple games that I like that I haven't got into. BioShock 2 I bought a long time ago and I still haven't got to, but I loved BioShock 1, so I want to get on that. And I love all my Resident Evils and anything that has a bit of like horror and puzzles. I love that kind of crap. So I do like games. I just don't get to it much. When I have a choice to game, I usually pick up my guitar and try to write for us.
Daft Punk's name from the harsh critique in an article that was negative on their style before they were Daft Punk, hence they adopted the name.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool.
Well, hopefully.
We're drinking some Sumo soda. I didn't want to give the...
That's a cool story, Runs with Scissors. Thanks.
I didn't
And
want to...
don't hurt yourself. Get it?
I didn't want to like do too much brand placement of brands that I've never tried before, so I thought I'd wrap the brands in our brand, Sumo soda.
Cheers. And cheers to you guys. Conk.
Honestly, cheers to you guys that have waited for years for us to release our next song. Normally, if you guys followed us from the beginning, we were the type of band that would just throw out single after single without really worrying too much about like how the release was planned out. We'd just be like, oh, video single, video single. Some of them weren't even part of records. We'd just be like, music, here you go. Here's another video. And this is the first time that we've really taken a lot of time behind the scenes to plan the release, really plan things out, really overthink a little bit what songs were going on the record, really try writing songs.
Apparently we should have picked...
Experimenting.
I was going to make a bad joke, but I'm not going to. Matt, how's your art coming along? Hey, yeah, it's all right. I keep drawing. Did you spill?
No, I just almost fell off my
I
chair.
keep drawing and keep trying to do tattoos when I can, but it's not easy because of lockdown. Like, I don't have too many canvases I can work on. So it's funny you said that. I just bought, like, all this new material. I ordered some new fake skins I can work on and some new tapes and stuff. And, like, my leg is getting pretty covered, and it's not bad, actually. Most of it's healing well. This is, like, one of the rocket ships I did. I'm going to have to stand up on this chair right here.
Don't hurt yourself.
So there's like
this is Matt's experimentation leg.
That's the rocket ship I just did. Not too bad. It's got some nice orange in it. I liked that. So it's coming along. I mean, and I have to. Anyways, I'm still slowly but surely learning. My brother has been letting me do some work, so I'm going to keep doing it. I actually enjoy it. I'm not terrible. I'm not very good yet, but I'm not terrible. I feel like I'm a pretty confident person, so like I can do an okay job.
How many guitars do you have at the moment, Matt? God,
wow.
He just keeps buying guitars, guys.
I do.
I can't stop him.
I don't know, probably like 15 or something, maybe 10 to 15. I would say that we have as stuff over here.
Whenever he finds a good deal, he gets it and he never sells. So we just keeps them from when he was like a teenager.
I do have a sucker. I'm a sucker for the guitar. Obviously, it was my main instrument, but like I do have a couple. Yeah. I have a couple. I'm going to move a couple of them. There was a couple that we actually talked about maybe getting rid of a couple that I've beat up pretty good that I don't play anymore, but maybe some of our, diehards might want a couple of them on their wall. I don't know. We'll see.
Our friend Victoria was asking about what happened to Thor, and I kind of maybe just wanted to address a little bit about band member lineup changes. So we are friends with like every single person that's ever been in this band. There's absolutely no hard feelings with anyone. They're all of our friends. Life takes everyone in different directions. This band sometimes takes a lot of commitment, especially when you're on the road for months and months and months and months, and you're away from your family, you're away from any other goals that you may want to accomplish in your life. So we hold absolutely no hard feelings. We love all of our guys. From the first Legs, who was in our first ever releases as Sumo Cyco, to Thor, Kenny, we love you. We love Andy. We just sometimes have to move on depending on commitments in their lives and what we need to accomplish as a band. So that's the answer. We love everybody. It just sometimes doesn't work out for certain things, but no hard feelings to anybody. There's no drama. Guitars are collectibles. Only sell if you have to. Yeah, for sure. How do you guys...
Coma. Coma's good. She's laying right over there.
Yeah, she's awesome. How do you guys choose the name of your bandmates? So I know it may sound weird, but Thor is actually the middle name of Kenny.
Yeah, that's his name.
That's his real middle name.
He was born with that.
And Matt is MD because it's his initials, and he was born on the 13th.
Yeah, I was born on the 13th.
And my name was the only one that's kind of made up because it was more of coming out of the fact that I knew so many people knew me as a pop artist, as Sky Sweetnam, that I wanted some type of name or stage name that could separate that persona or that personality a little bit. And so Sever came to mind because it still starts with an S, but it's kind of like severing myself a little bit from what everyone knows me as and starting something new. And I also thought it sounded badass. And Legs, his last name is Leger, so everyone just calls him Legs because he plays awesome
double bass drum
with his legs. And then we call Trozzy, because his first name's Matt. And since we have 2 Matts in the band, it's a lot easier to call, instead of saying Matt and then you don't know who they're talking to.
We're going to call him Wolfman because he's the hairiest human alive. He makes this.
Well, that's what we called
on his
Andy,
chest.
actually.
He's got
if you
like this
remember.
on his chest.
If you remember, Andy's name for a bit was Wolf in the band.
Right.
He picked that one.
It's like, oh, yeah, you're so tough.
Aw.
I love him.
The Wolf. Yeah, I liked it, though. And then Oscar is Oscar.
Yeah, because he's just got an
that's his
interesting name.
I like the name Oscar.
Yeah.
I think it's badass. So, yeah.
Any chance of an Australian tour eventually either works or blah, blah. Yes, Australia would be amazing. Pretty hard to say anything that now until COVID is somewhat under control. So, you know, we love everybody. Obviously, we want to tour. That's our life. So, yeah, there's a great chance that once everything gets under control, we're going to try. This is what comes down to this record is it's scary for us. We're releasing a record in a time we can't tour it. And the real truth is that that's the biggest time for us. When you release a record, you got to be touring it. That's how you meet the most people, is going out and really working your butt off. So this is scary for us. This is why we need you guys more than ever, just to help spread the word, stick on it, really add it to playlists, share it, you know, crush the trolls, all that kind of crap for us, because we really can't get out there and prove the way we do usually live, you know, but we will. As soon as they say yes, we're on our marks again.
Yuri just told me sever means north in Russian.
North.
That's cool. I really like that.
The north.
Especially because we're up here in Canada, which is like north. A lot of the saying that we have here in Toronto is "we the north" for
sever
Raptors.
In Russian means north.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't sound any tougher. Oh, we're gonna go Seba. Like, we're just going north, man. Like, you Russians are hardcore. That's great.
You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you guys. Live. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Live is one of those things that we're just, you know, we wish we could be doing it. It's where I feel sometimes we can show our strength as well. So it is a bummer we don't get to play and we don't get to hang out with you guys and party, all that fun stuff. But we're doing what we can. Love to see a signed guitar, hanging at Scout Bar one day. Yeah, they have guitars on all the walls in Scout Bar. So
where's Scout Bar again? I can't picture it right now.
It's right beside the Space Center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get confused sometimes.
So many venues. Yeah.
Is that the one with the wood?
A lot of places have wood.
The one
They're
with
usually
like full
made
wood,
of wood.
Like feels like a wood. Which is the one
No, that's
you
Texas.
smack your head really bad?
That's Texas. That's Come
Now
and
I
Take
knew
It
Oh, you
Live.
almost knocked yourself out. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Hi from Russia, Den. That's awesome. Yeah, need to buy signed guitars. Well, maybe. It just costs a lot in shipping.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Out.
Like, I have like a couple guitars that I was like, you know what, we could sign these, we could auction them off, maybe give some money to charity, whatever. But the shipping, like, if somebody's somewhere like in, you know, England or Russia or somewhere, like, it's going to be probably a couple $100 in shipping. So that's why we haven't kind of jumped on that as much. We're just like, you know, it's kind of shitty. But then again, it is a cool keepsake. Maybe if you're, you know, a fan, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know how much.
Good to hear, Anna, that we're making you laugh.
Like, for instance, I have one guitar I threw across the room on a CKY tour, and it was one of my main guitars. I love that guitar. And now it doesn't play so good, but, you know, it could be a cool keepsake.
Where's your favorite place to gig?
Oh, man, that's really hard. It's almost impossible to say, because then I feel like we're leaving out all. It's impossible. There's just so many places that we played that has just been so great. I mean, UK was the first to support us ever. Like, they were the first that really helped us get along, so we always have a strong embrace to that country. Mm-hmm. But going into Europe, we went into Europe quite a few times. There's a lot of beautiful places. America, we've done about 4 or 5 runs there now, and it's, you know, we get to know people. So it's hard to just be like, that's the best, because there's always some amazing experience that comes along with this stuff. New Zealand, went to New Zealand. The people were so amazing to us. The band that we toured with, Devilskin, that were there, so amazing as humans. So it's really hard just to be like, that's the best. And in fact, I don't even want to answer that.
We are drinking, Gabe. Cheers.
But I do love the UK.
With our Sumo Cyco koozies.
Cheers.
Cheers to you guys. Oh, man, it feels so good to finally get this song out. Woo! Waiting.
Are you guys drinking?
We are.
I'm behind on reading, too.
Now that there's about 20 minutes left in our live stream, if you guys have any other questions, whether it's pre-order bundles, whether it's about the record coming out, songs on the record, Bystander, being on Napalm, all that stuff, ask away, because we're probably have to go. Our manager wants to get on a call with us soon, so can't ignore them for too long. But cheers, guys. Too lazy to go to Tesco. Man, I miss Tesco.
Tesco's the best.
I love.
That's what's great about England. You can just get booze everywhere, it felt like.
Yeah.
And even though they say it's not legal to drink on the streets, we did a bunch of times.
Don't incriminate yourself too much.
Sorry.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, I'm guessing you meant to write, unless you just write it like that. Unless there's another place that I know
love
of.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's amazing. It's one of the best fucking secret gems ever.
Crawford Arms. That's awesome. We love that place. What can we expect from the next music video? Wow, we just actually filmed it last weekend. The next music video, we decided that instead of...
You don't need to say shit. This is
I'm just giving a little tidbit of
No.
information.
Talking about Bystander still.
The next music video, we decided to actually get someone to be our DP, which normally Matt or I or Francesca are usually holding the camera. So we hired this awesome guy named Paul to come in, and he's helped us with the whole video, doing like the cinematography for it. So I actually am going to call him a little later and see how the video is looking and stuff and get on that. But
Basically,
it's exciting.
We will explain this. Basically, yeah, we reached out and got some help for once, and the reason we did it was because of the fact that usually we do everything ourselves, of course, and we have been able to pull off, when not touring, quite a few music videos. But because we're working with Napalm and they have a schedule, because they're working with other bands and they're going to release other bands while they're releasing us, we have to work, like a fish swimming upstream. You got to work around their schedule. And Sky and I, when we first started doing the first video, Bystander, we realized how long it was taking.
It was taking months for us to get it
because it's just the two of us doing it. So I said to her, I was like, we need to reach out and get somebody to help us on the second one so that we can get on the third one a lot faster and get ourselves ahead of the game, so that we don't get into a place where we're supposed to be releasing a video and we're scrambling. So right now we are actually getting ahead of the game for what feels like the first time in months. We feel like we're a bit ahead of the game when we're actually starting to work on video 3, even though somebody else is helping us with video 2. We've already done a lot of that. We got somebody editing that for here, and Sky and I are starting to work video 3 already.
I still directed
the
Sky next video, but I just
still do that. We just have somebody kind of taking the reins off of Sky having to edit, because like she did when Bystander, Sky must have done almost 2 weeks straight. Not straight because she can't do that straight, but like when it comes to hours, I would think that we could equal up almost 2 full weeks of editing and
special effects.
Editing effects. I don't know. 2 straight weeks is a lot. I just gave you a lot, okay?
It was a lot of work.
Anyways, I'm just joking. But we have to stay current. We have to work our schedule properly. So yeah, this is why we started working a team with Napalm, is to try and expand a little bit more into. To scale means we need a little bit more help. So that's what we're doing. It'll be interesting to see for ourselves, to see after working with him for the 2 days, how everything is going to come together.
Yeah, Lizzie was asking if there's differences with the label and us with merch. And so I'll just reiterate now that Napalm does have a very exclusive, what's called the Die Hard Edition vinyl, that you can only get if you order it through Napalm's website. On our site, we also have some exclusive things. We have all of the bundles based on all of the 4 gangs in Cyco City. We have the exclusive album book, which is done by collaboration with Francesca Ludicar, which has amazing exclusive photos, pinup photos, explanations about the story and the gangs, and also includes a CD, as well as, like I mentioned, some limited edition Bystander merch that's out with only 50 of each design going out there. So there's definitely some cool stuff if you check out sumocyco.com. And if you go to sumocyco.com, it links you to the Napalm store as well. So you can kind of browse our store and then click over and view what's available on the Napalm store as well. So, and also depending on where you live, we ship everything out of here in Toronto, Canada.
Ali.
So if you live overseas, it's going to be more expensive to ship, versus Napalm will probably be less expensive to ship.
How much does it usually cost to produce a video for you peeps? We obviously try to keep our expenses really low. So like over the years, we've invested in gear and learning how to do it ourselves. And this is something we try to teach younger bands or people we run into. Sometimes older bands that have been working for the scene, for years, have kind of learned a little bit about how the new generation is doing it, because we don't have as much money. The labels aren't going to give you as much money because it's such a saturated market. So yes, we learned how to do a lot of things ourselves. I'll give you an average. I'd say that we've never spent more than $3,000 on one video, maybe up to 4, I would say. That's an average. and never less than about 1,200. So I'd say like the video that we, the first video Bystander, because we had to build the set and a couple costumes, stuff like that, we probably spent between $1,200 and $1,500. I say the next video that we just went through, we're probably spending about $2,000. Like this is all, this is what the merch pays for, is us to come up with ideas to get these videos done as cheap as possible. I don't have it in our budget, so we can go like, oh, let's do a $10,000 video. And most bands would be dumb to spend that money in this day and age on a music video. It's just not, it's not smart in this day and age.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that we're very resourceful. So it's quite funny that if you watch Anti-Anthem, we have these kind of train walls that we use. Those turned into our bunks in our tour vehicle.
Yeah, I ripped them apart. I forgot about that. I ripped apart the set and built bunks.
So anytime you can repurpose things, there's props that have literally been in Sky Sweetenham music videos that are still hanging around our house that get put into Sumo Cyco videos. And once you have some kind of like, one of the things that comes to mind is my horse, my gold horse that's sitting in Bystander video, that was sitting up atop my bulldozer on Sound Soldier days. So everything that we collect over the years, dumpster diving, weird props, just whatever, we try to think of creative ideas to use them to save on budget. And then usually sometimes the budget will go towards like a new outfit or towards a new lens that we really want to use for the video, or things like that that can actually help kind of grow our arsenal.
Sometimes we steal Francesca Ludicar's camera or her and make her film for us, because she has like even nicer camera than us.
And she has this really cool gimbal that she uses.
She helped us in Love You Wrong with the gimbal, and it really gave us a nice stuff. And we invested in a crane, a couple things that really helped make the shots look good. So that's what we do. And I've seen people talk about how impressive it is low. Like, really, new bands should be on this and understand that, just putting your music out makes no sense without even making something aesthetically to go with it to view. And you don't have to spend a lot. It's more about having a great idea. And maybe not everybody gets our weird ideas, but the people that do find that our ideas are fun. And I think that sells, even if the quality is not as good as somebody that spends $10,000. If you have a boring video, then what the fuck does that mean,
Yeah. To me, it is important that the video just represents who we are and gets the song across to you guys. And then the creativity for us is a lot more about the ideas than the production value of like buying a bunch of expensive lights and having a big crew. And, I do my own makeup and hair, so I don't have to spend money on a makeup artist as much. There's been a few times where I've decided I do want a makeup artist. I feel like it'll add something to this video. A shout out to Alex and Steph Pringle, who helped with like Love You Wrong and Run with the Giants.
Have you ever heard
And Sarah, who helped with the clown makeup. But there's different ways to cut corners, guys, and that's what we've learned how to do as a DIY band.
Have you ever heard of Icon for Hire? Of course we have. We know Ariel. We met, and Sean. It's Sean, right? Yeah.
Yes.
We've met them. We don't know them that well, but we were touring Warped Tour the same time they were. We were on a couple gigs, and we actually stayed at the same hotel as them and ended up just running into them at breakfast and had a breakfast with them. And, they were nice peeps. And Ariel and Sky have kind of kept in contact a little bit here and there. And, yeah, they're good peeps. Good band. Good band. They played after us at Download.
Yeah, totally. It was cool kind of, in this.
We saw them. We were like, hey, guys. They gave us waves. They gave us,
It is cool when you
nice camaraderie.
You start kind of seeing the same bands kind of come across the bills or festivals, and you're like, start kind of getting to know everybody that's in the scene and stuff. Like we've said before, like bands like Nonpoint and Butcher Babies, we've run into multiple times or multiple tours with them. Ginger were cool enough. They showed up like at our show when we were with 69 Eyes.
Yeah,
we showed up on their show when we were playing with CKY.
In Birmingham.
We ended up just going to their show because they were at a nearby city. So
man, they killed that show. It was so packed for them, those bastards.
Yeah, so
they were killing it. They were killing it.
So you just end up kind of, when you're on the road, like you find who you gel with and you try to support each other. It's a tough world. And I think when you relate to another band that's kind of going through the same thing, it's like, it's few and far between that you kind of meet people that are exactly living through what you're living through. So it's kind of cool to relate to them and hang out.
Mad Ziki, thank you so much. He saw us in Vancouver, saw us with the turtles on, and he thinks we stole the show that night.
That's awesome. That's sick. Yeah. I love that. I was so glad because I was searching everywhere to try to find like the 4, because some stores would only have like Michelangelo, and then you'd be like, oh, we need somebody to be Donatello, but they don't have it in your size. And
Tatiana
trying to
is
figure it
hearts.
out.
Yes, Tatiana kicks ass. She's a sweetheart too.
So nice.
She was nothing but amazing and pleasurable with us and embraced us. She was really, really. Because there's like some people when they get into a headline slot that they like want to kind of keep their space and they just have this level of like, they've, I call sort of make it because like the word make it today and age is a joke. Like it's like you are surviving the whole time and hopefully you can survive as long as you can until that starts to go like this. It always does to an extent. You always got to play this roller coaster game in the music biz. And they were, the very first day we played at St. Louis, if I'm correct, they came out of the tour bus and came right over. Eugene was the first one that just came over and embraced us right away and was happy to see us. And we spent 2 months with them. It was great. We really got real tight with them. They're good people.
Yeah.
So they're a monster band to watch live.
So good.
Yeah.
It honestly was just
sing.
an honor to be on tour with that band, and we couldn't have wished for a better band to tour with at that moment. We lucked out. They just kept upgrading venues. It was like next venue
sold out.
Sold out. Next venue sold out.
We were like, oh man, we thought this was going to be an okay tour. This was like, it was a great tour for us. It really helped us grow in the U.S. Same with when we went out with Butchers and Nonpoint. Like it's, and there's been every band that's ever taken us out in America. It's just been a great experience. I don't think, there's probably like I've always made this joke. There's like one band that's ever just kind of put a bit of bad taste in my mouth that when we toured. And it wasn't like a terrible bad taste. It was just like, oh, that's a bit bitter. But most of it has always been good for us. We're nice peeps. We don't really want to rock the boat.
Matt Seeke's wondering if we've ever met Lena Scissorhands from Infected Rain, and we have not had the opportunity to
never run into her
to do any tours or.
I think
shows
she's living
with
in
them,
Vegas though. I think she moved from where I think she was in Germany.
Yeah, she's hanging out a lot with Heidi.
Yeah, I see her. I'm like, oh, she moved into America.
Yeah, and Run with Scissors asking about the miniature house that we made in Bystander.
I'm going to let you answer that while I pee because I've drank too many beers and I had to pee really bad.
So that is a doll house that I just painted like funky colors. I bought off the internet and then just glued it together and then put different colored pieces of like little what we call gels in the lighting world, but just different colored pieces of like translucent paper to like make the different colors in the windows. And then we filled the house with a ton of light and then filmed it with smoke and all this stuff. So yes, it is a little miniature. And we're going to do a behind the scenes video so you can see all the crazy stuff we tried to do with that video kind of effects. Guano Apes are very cool too. Never bumped into them in person, but love the music. That's cool that you're burping your daughter listening to Bystander. That's awesome. You're raising them right. Yeah, Icon for Hire would be a great combination of tour. I agree. Go tell Icon for Hire that you feel the same. Good that you love Infected Rain. I think, they're also on Napalm as well. So who knows? When tour comes back, we'd love to tour with Infected Rain and Ginger and Sumo Cyco. That'd be a sick tour. Any more t-shirts coming up? So we just did our drop today, Anna, of Bystander merch. So we have 2 different t-shirts for that. We have all the Initiation Gang t-shirts. I'm going to upload, I actually should do it today, is the album cover t-shirt. We also have other t-shirts.
So much better.
Other t-shirts in the works. A few more from the Sever Versus series. If you guys have not checked those out, we had Sever versus Shark, Sever versus Bear. The next ones coming up are Sever versus Spider and Sever versus Tiger.
You can get that at Napalm, right?
Not yet.
Spider?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's going to be coming out in kind of...
Or is it us? I don't know.
Little pieces. We're still trying to make sure we finish all the designs and get them out. But yeah. Spirit Box. I actually haven't checked them out.
Any tips for someone starting to scream? Totally. Sky can give you some tips on that. Or I can.
For me, it was a lot of years of just trying to find the placement, if that makes sense for any vocal people out there. When you play something, you can kind of think of where the vibration of your sound is going to. So you can either make it come like from your chest, from your throat, from your head, from the front of your mouth, back of the mouth. And everybody's a bit different. So there are general things you can try to teach. But for me, it's about finding where you can vibrate the sound, if that makes sense, that doesn't hurt you.
One of the biggest things is warming up before you even start to scream and start to learn how to scream or any of that is warming up. Spend 20 minutes at least singing first. Get your voice really in a place that it can start to scream. Because if you start to just throw it like that, it'll be out of the place. There's also online, you can go on and you can find The Art of Screaming by what's her face? What's her name?
Oh, the Zen of Screaming.
The Zen of Screaming.
Melissa Cross,
who's like one of the experts on how to scream properly without damaging your voice. I don't think Sky actually went there, but we just have known about her for years. I don't know if you ever used her, did you? Well, whatever.
No, technically, I've never worked with her, but I've seen her videos, and I know she has given so many hardcore vocalists, screaming vocalists, tips that have literally saved their voices from being damaged while they're trying to do what they do. So it is important because I will say this, and I'll say it again and again. If you are aspiring to scream more, please do not ruin your voice. You will create damage that is going to just not be good at all. You want to be able to experiment, but make sure you stop yourself before.
Tell Melissa Cross we sent you.
But it's true. Business. And if you guys want to know a little bit too, is my screaming is always evolving. The more I'm on tour and the more I practice, the better I get. I also have a very high-pitched kind of yelly voice that I kind of relate to more like a Refuse or Ben from Billy Talent vibes.
I'm not a screamo-y thing.
True. I'm not really into the growls and the low kind of screaming. I've never really experimented with that as much. It's more of kind of like a punk version of screaming than a metal version of screaming, I guess, if that makes sense.
Half the reason why some of these hardcore people are like upset at us maybe is because we're not doing this. But that's awesome. I love this, but we're not that. So and that's actually a personal preference. I actually prefer.
I like it when people think like this all the time.
Well, I was gonna say I actually like as a personal preference, love the way that Dennis from Refused and Ben from Billy Talent sound when they are performing in that scream voice. To me, that's like a personal preference of just like what I think it sounds good. Not saying that you can't scream other ways. That's just like how I've decided to kind of meld my sound. But there's totally different ways to do it, and you have to find what really works for you and your voice and what register you are more comfortable in. Some people are more comfortable in a lower register than a high register for screaming. So you just have to do some experiment. But Melissa Cross, she knows better than me. She can explain it way better than I can when it comes to like exercises and things like that.
Everybody scream!
Yes. There are a ton of female-fronted bands in the symphonic and gothic metal. Yes, there are. Totally. And we haven't even explored the gamut because there are so many awesome, bands out there, especially on even our label. I don't even know what the word
gamut means.
Gambit.
Oh.
Damn it. Damn it. Our brains think alike too much.
When did you learn to play guitar? How old were you? Old. I'm old. So how long have I been playing guitar?
Matt's been in punk bands since he was a teenager, and he had a band called Henry's Volunteer, and he played in a band called Dodger. If you're interested in hearing Dodger, it's a little bit more rock reggae vibes. It's actually on our online store at sumocyco.com. If you look in the vintage section, you'll see.
I'm vintage.
I'm vintage too. I put my Sky Sweetnam stuff there and you there too. If you want to see some
I've been playing guitar for years.
Stuff.
I'm not a young spring chicken, so I'd say a good 30 years maybe. Somewhere around there. Maybe 25 years.
Did y'all listen to baby metal? We know baby metal, of course.
Yeah, we got their records. We were the first time I ever heard them, our PR company, we have a company called Noise Cartel in UK that works with us, and they're good people. They gave us a CD, and I was like, whoa, this is interesting. And I really like it. I love a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I definitely recommend Dodger. Matt put out 3 records, and he sings and plays guitar.
Hawking the merch.
No, I'm just saying.
Like, let's get it off our shelves. There's too many copies of this here.
It's not just that. I actually really
I'm using them as coasters right now.
I really do think Matt was completely underrated as that band. They are sick. They are amazing. And the only reason why they didn't blow up is because he's just not as good at social media as I am. So that's all. I didn't
have social media then. I might have blown
up. But I'll give Matt credit.
Media.
He was the one that first told me about MySpace.
Yeah, I was the first guy. I was like, Sky, there's this thing called MySpace. You should know about it. When MySpace was starting. And she was like, I don't care. And she was actually late to the game. And if she had been there, it might have been like, remember what was that band that did really well on there? We opened for them. The Mask guys.
Oh, Hollywood Undead.
Hollywood Undead did really well on there, right? I was like, fuck, man. Anyway. Check out Nova Twins. We know who they are.
Yeah,
we ran
of
into them
course.
at Download. Of course, they're good girls. They played some cool shit.
Yeah, very big fan of
Henny
those
Matt
girls.
singing on the new album. I back Sky up in almost every chorus. I mix the record, so like, I'm there. I don't push myself too far forward. Sometimes I think I should, and she and I talk about it where we're like, man, is it really? It feels, like what we like when we really sing together in some spots. But like the way I mixed it, I'm there. Well, I mean, in Bystander, I'm the guy doing most of the pre-chorus.
Okay, can I throw this out to you guys? So, for some reason, the word bystander.
Bystander, I said it. I didn't say bystander.
I've heard Matt. I've heard my manager.
Your mom.
I've heard my mom call it bystandered. Like, is that a thing? Like, people will call a bystander a bystandered? Because for some reason, there's a bunch of people in my life who I've talked to when I say bystander, they always say, oh, you mean this? Oh, you're putting out the song Bystander. And I'm like, it's bystander. And they're like, bystander. And is that a thing? Do you guys pronounce it bystander with a D at the end?
Do you record for others? Look at Yuri's
bystander.
Victoria, do you record other artists? Yes, I do record other artists. Not all the time. When I feel like that they're dope and I want to work with them, but like I make Sumo our priority. I definitely don't make engineering and producing other people's records a priority unless I think they're cool. Right now I'm working on a band called the Dare Knots out of Canada, and they are very cool. And if anybody wants to check them out, at Dare Knots on Instagram, and they're a real cool thing that's going on, and I've been doing work with them for a couple of years, and I like that band, so check them out too.
Yes.
That's a band I should have hyped up yesterday when we were talking about Toronto bands. Dare Knots are another one. They're a great band.
Matt did a bunch of their songs that I think there's a few out that you've done, right?
Yeah,
that you can check out like online and stuff.
Yeah.
Bad Toaster. Some people have made some funny like misheard lyrics of Bystander. So if you have any ideas of like what I'm saying and you don't know what the lyrics are, I'd love to hear what your misheard lyrics
Spell
are.
Dare Knots. Just the way you did. DARENOTS.
Like not.
Yeah.
Like love me not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Cool, guys. Well, that marks 2 hours of hanging out with you guys.
Whew, I could just keep going, man. I've been drinking and enjoying myself. This is so much fun. But I guess we should probably get some work done still.
Ali has a question she
was your question, Ali?
She wanted answered. If you have any more last minute things, we've got 2 minutes left. Bystander.
Lord of the Rings.
Dare Knots, yes, but one word fits.
One word.
Fritz.
Fritz.
Thanks again, guys. Keep going. Thank you guys so much. You guys are our light. We appreciate you so much. Our light in the darkness.
Light in the darkness. Hey guys, again, I appreciate you coming online. You guys have stuck with us the whole time. It's been a really fun 2 hours. You're keeping me really...
Oh, sorry, Ali. I thought we addressed that we're not remixing any Sky Sweetnam songs with Sumo Cyco.
Oh, sorry. That probably... We can't legally even come close to that right now. This is blah, blah, blah. I blah, blah, Chicken Wing Man sent me. Yes, the Chicken Wing Man sent me. That's great.
Yeah, if you guys want to be our little soldiers again today, head on over to the Napalm Instagram, comment, like,
any post,
positivity, share the positivity. Same, you can head over to YouTube, give us another view before the day's over. Would really be awesome.
If you feel like you want to go to bed and just leave that viewing all night long and just knock up those views even more, because I'm really proud of you guys. I'm proud of us, and I'm proud of you guys for helping us, because that's amazing that, we're kind of band that we're stoked when we get a couple thousand views. We put a video out, and in the first week we usually get like 10,000. In one day we did in a day and a half there's over 50,000 views, and that's a lot of you guys just caring about us just as much as we care about you. And if you keep supporting, we'll keep writing, and I promise you, this is the last time this lag is ever going to happen. Like from here on in, it's just going to keep coming. I promise.
Keep coming. And we got to make a better schedule for these lives. I know we kind of hit you up like you didn't know when it was going to happen. We just
throw it out there.
But I think we should set up like a proper Twitch. We should set up some different angles. We should set up some cool LED lighting. We should make this a habit. I love hanging out with you guys. We're going to have more to talk about as we go.
Top hat chicken wing party.
Yes, and we should make some chicken wings. We'll get some top hats. We will make this a party. It'll be fun. And we'll let you guys know. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for pre-ordering the album Initiation coming out May 7th, for those of you that don't know. And yeah, head on over to Bystander. Give it some love. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.